Blikata, CDC getting blikata, getting blikata, CDC getting blikata. Royal praise.
It's right.
Bakujere outside, we also CDC family. We also do appreciate the voluntary outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what you are doing outside, we also CDC family. We also do appreciate what we are doing outside, we also CDC family. We also do appreciate what you are doing outside, we also CDC family. We also do appreciate jamais voluntary outside, we also CDC family. We also do appreciate what we are doing. We also, I say we also, Citizen people also, we also. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, Liberian people love you, yeah. We don't know what they want from you, hey. They bring the question, Papa, you balance all the equation without the calculator. They bring the chess game. You keep on giving the checkmate, keep on giving the checkmate. Even though you lose a coin, you keep on giving the checkmate, keep on giving the checkmate, keep on giving the checkmate. Liberian people love you, Liberian people appreciate you. We will celebrate you, and jubilate you, we will appreciate you. No matter what they say, no matter what they do. See this shit, love you, everybody love you, marketeers love you, all the students love you, we outside, see this shit outside, Papa, we outside, to appreciate you, we outside, to appreciate you, we outside, see this shit outside, we outside. Citizen outside, we outside, everybody outside, we outside, marketeers outside, we outside, all the students outside, we outside, all the old man outside, we outside, all the pape outside, we outside, Bakujere outside, we outside, Citizen outside, Citizen outside, Bakujere outside, we outside, Citizen family. We also do appreciate what we voluntary outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what you are doing outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what we are doing outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what you are doing outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate jamais voluntary outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what we are. You can even buy all the professionals, or you can even buy all the defenders. Hey, when we're too ready, you will give you Isa Osa. When we're too ready, you will give you Ziggy Zaga. In the past, you know where you capable of doing. You did it in the past, you did it in the present, you can do it for our future, yeah. Hey, when we're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad, give you Isa Osa. We're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad. We're getting Isa Osa, and Ziggy Zaga. Isa Osa, we're getting Isa Osa, we're getting Ziggy Zaga. Bakujere outside, we also CDC family. We also do appreciate what we voluntary outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what you are doing outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what we are doing outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what you are doing outside, yes, CDC family. We also do appreciate what you are doing outside, yes, CDC family. Love you, back. All the students love you, back. We outside, CDC outside, Papa. We outside to appreciate you. We outside to appreciate you. We outside, CDC outside. We outside, CDC outside. We outside, everybody outside. We outside, marketeers outside. We outside, all the students outside. We outside, all the old man outside. We outside, all the pape outside. We outside, Bakujere outside. We outside, CDC outside. We osa, finishing osa. Bakuchere osa. We osa, CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. You can even buy all the professionals, or you can even buy all the defenders. Hey, when we're too ready, he will give you Isa Osa. When we're too ready, he will give you Ziggy Zaga. In the past, you know where you care about of the way. He did it in the past, he did it in the present. He can do it power future, yeah. Hey, when we're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad, give you Isa Osa. We're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad. We're getting Isa Osa, and Ziggy Zaga. Isa Osa, we're getting Isa Osa, we're getting Ziggy Zaga. Bakuchere osa, we osa, CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate one leader. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, Bakuchere, CDC love you, Bakuchere. Everybody love you, Bakuchere. Marketeers love you, Bakuchere. All the students love you, Bakuchere. We outside, CDC outside, Papi. We outside to appreciate you. We outside to appreciate you. We outside, CDC outside. We outside, CDC outside. We outside, everybody outside. We outside, marketeers outside. We outside, all the students outside. We outside, all the old man outside. We outside, all the papi outside. We outside, Bakuchere outside. We outside, CDC outside. We outside, CDC outside. Bakuchere outside. We outside, CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere outside, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere outside, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere outside, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere outside, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere outside, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate one leader. You can even buy all the professionals, or you can even buy all the defenders. Hey, when we're too ready, he will give you Isa Osa. When we're too ready, he will give you Ziggy Zaga. In the past, you know where you care about of the way. He did it in the past, he did it in the present. He can do it power future, yeah. Hey, when we're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad, give you Isa Osa. We're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad. We're getting Isa Osa, and Ziggy Zaga. Isa Osa, we're getting Isa Osa, we're getting Ziggy Zaga. Bakuchere osa, we osa, CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We osa to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate one leader. We also to appreciate. Bakuchere osa, yes. CDC family. We also to appreciate one leader. You can even buy all the professionals, or you can even buy all the defenders. Hey, when we're too ready, you will give me Isa Osa. When we're too ready, you will give me Ziggy Zaga. In the past, you know when you care about the way. You did it in the past, you did it in the present, you can do it power future, yeah. Hey, when we're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad, give me Isa Osa. We're too bad, Ziggy Zaga. We're too bad, we're getting Isa Osa. Isa Osa, and Ziggy Zaga. Isa Osa, we get them Isa Osa. Isa Osa, we get them Ziggy Zaga. Kakuchere Osa, we Osa, see this family. We Osa to appreciate. Kakuchere Osa, yes, see this family. We Osa to appreciate. Kakuchere Osa, yes, see this family. We Osa to appreciate. Kakuchere Osa, yes, see this family. We Osa to appreciate. Kakuchere Osa, yes, see this family.
All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we want to use this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of you for joining us. For the past 2 weeks or so, we've been absent, especially on our usual Friday presentation. And the reason for all of this absence is because we have so many issues going on, we have so many issues going on. Uh, we were under the weather, and with the schedule that we have, and all kinds of things was going on. So that was the reason why we were absent. But again, we want to be grateful to the Almighty that we have another opportunity to be here today. I want to thank Emmanuel Bro, who is currently with us on the YouTube channel. You are welcome. Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate your presence, Emmanuel Bro. Thank you for joining us. We want to use this time to also welcome Jasper, the Honorable Jasper. You are highly welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, all of you who have joined us, I appeal that you kindly hit for us the share button. Do us a favor, hit us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, so that we can all get ready to bring you the information that we are supposed to bring you. So, as usual, we say welcome to all of you. All of you. It's a great privilege for us to be here. So, like I said from the beginning, we were actually under the weather, and we tried to use that time at least to recuperate. And we are grateful that we are here. We are grateful that we are here. So, trust me, tonight is going to be a very, very interesting night. Tonight is going to be a very wonderful night. We're going to have, you know, a very wonderful time discussing what we are supposed to discuss. So, as usual, we will ask that you do us a favor, and that favor that we will require of you is to kindly hit for us the share button so that many others can get the information and will be able to join us. And so, again, we are doing just that. We are sharing, and we will appreciate if you also do that for us. If you also do that for us. So please hit for us the share button. Yeah. So hit for us the share button, please. Hit for us the share button. Hit for us the share button. We are doing the same. Kindly hit for us the share button, please. All right. So we've been joined by one of our co-hosts, our own brother, Frank Ogongano Moba. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you, Prince, and thank you to the audience. I'm doing great.
Great. Can you put your phone in the horizontal position instead of the vertical? Oh,
Sure, yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, my computer has some
Oh, okay. It's the
electricity.
computer
Yeah,
use.
so
Oh,
I took it to Best Buy for them to check it out, but they say going to spend some weeks.
no, no problem.
I
Yeah,
guess
no problem.
I
You
mean,
can turn it the same way.
sure, okay.
Yeah, okay. That's good. No problem. No problem. All right, so at this time, fellow Liberians home and abroad, we want to welcome all of you, and especially those of you who are joining us on the YouTube channel. We want to say you are highly welcome. We appreciate your presence. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. So please do us a favor, and that favor that I require of you is to please hit for us the share button. Please hit for us. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm sharing somewhere. Yeah, I'm also sharing.
Much better.
Yeah, I'm also sharing. So, all right. So that's what we have to do. We have to share. So again, we want to welcome each and every one of you. We've been out for a while, and it's all due to we got to make sure to take care of the health. We've been under the weather, and also the schedule have been very tight. But we are grateful that we are here. So all of you that have joined us, Jay, Melvin, Julie, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you from Bonat Farm. You are here with us. We want to say hi there to you and the family. Thank you for joining us. My brother Frank, how's the family? How's everything from your end, sir? Sorry, you are on mute. You are mute.
Yeah, everything going on well. The family is fine. And, mom is great. She's upstairs. She's not working tonight.
Oh, okay, okay. I re-
Yeah.
hi, a happy belated Thanksgiving. Yeah, we all celebrated, yesterday. I don't know, but even though some don't really celebrate these days, but again, we are
I'm
grateful
one
to.
of them. I don't celebrate though.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's great. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But better still, every day for us is a day for
Hmm.
us to give thanks. We don't have no
Hmm.
specific day where we celebrate these things. Every time,
Yes. Yes.
because
Exactly.
sometimes people who celebrate these days, they also it has some financial constraint with it. It comes with a lot of, sometimes it just depends, but it comes with a lot of embarrassment. Sometimes you have to go the extra mile, extra budgetary spending, all kind of stuff like that. But we are
Yeah.
grateful again to be here, and we are here to bring you nothing but the best. So again, we want to say, as usual, kindly hit for us the share button, share with family, share with families, share with friends, share in the various groups so that we can all have a wonderful time. If you are not following us, we encourage you to please follow us. Kindly follow us here. Follow us under the Palava Hut, both on Facebook and also YouTube. Please follow us. Yeah, we appeal that you please follow us. All right, so we have several issues that we are going to be discussing today randomly. And the first thing we would like to talk about is the death of Senator Prince Ward Johnson, the late. We woke up to a very sad news yesterday upon hearing that Senator Prince Johnson is no more from the information that we gather. And so, all of us, one way or the other, because we are human and we have human feelings, there is always a part of us that, will be very, very, very magnanimous enough to sympathize. So we woke up to this very, very sad news that the Honorable Prince Ward Johnson is no more. My brother, I want to start from you, my brother Frank. Yesterday, you got the information. How did that information hit you? So again, before we go ahead, I want to say on behalf of the platform, our deepest condolences to the families, the friends, and Liberians as a whole for the passing of Prince Ward Johnson. He is a Liberian. He served us, so we all, have that particular space in our heart that we are human and we are broken by what has happened. So, on behalf of the platform, we want to say our deepest condolences. So, yes, my brother Frank,
I
I
think
was yesterday.
if you
Yes,
repeat, I think
yeah.
device, yeah, I
Uh,
think have numerous devices on, so like you kind of
no,
repeating
okay.
like,
It
oh,
was it
yeah.
was our brother Wilmot. I think he's
Okay.
going to come back. Yeah. So,
Okay.
how did you receive the news yesterday, and what is your own, take on the passing of the Senator Prince Johnson? Let's hear from you, sir, within the next 2-3 minutes. Let's hear from you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, Brother Prince. When I heard the news, I had two different thoughts, like many of us might have, or some may have negative. But for me, I didn't. There was no negative thing that came to my mind because at the end of the day, um, no matter how you want to say it, first
Welcome.
of all, this man was a statesman. If we want to go that way, what I would say, he was loved by his people. That's why he kept being elected. We never heard say he rigged election or senatorial position, and that's what kept him there. So if we want to go that way, he's a statesman that loved by his people and that was continually being elected by his people. So on that basis, um, but on the other basis too, when I heard about his death and I began to get some information about what led to his demise, especially when it comes to health issue wise. And that kind of resonate with me, depending on the low level of medical facility or situation within the country. Now, I'm not saying if there was a high class, profile or level of medical facility, right, or hospital, he was not going to die. That's not the issue. Maybe he was going to live also if Liberia was kind of equipped with issue like that. Because to say somebody died from pressure or diabetes or any other thing, right? Or heart attack and thing. I'm not saying those things can communicate you, but sometimes some people they live. But I believe the level of ignorant or the level of insophistication when it comes to the medical sector, we are not that sophisticated to handle issue of such. Now, I also look at it in a different way,
Okay.
that this man was somehow frustrated, and it is his frustration that also led to his quick demise. Because after the election, he felt betrayed because this was a campaign that he vigorously fought for, to remove the former president. Reason best known to him, this was a campaign that he vigorously fought for in order for the current, useless government we have to be in. And the moment this government came into power, it is the same government that betrayed him, and someone also that he fought for to become vice president. Right after the election, the one, it was the same vice president again that betrayed him. And with numerous times we saw Prince Johnson. And again, this is not in defense of Prince Johnson, all right? But it is a reality. Sometimes we have to put emotional, aside, or political issue. Let us discuss the reality, because these are the reason why things keep occurring within our country. Because when things happen, instead of discussing it objectively, we don't do it. We want to put our feet in it, and it could be anybody tomorrow again, right? But so he felt betrayed because the same people he fought for, these same people left him by the wayside. So less than a week or 2 weeks, we saw Prince Johnson complaining about Jeremiah Kuhn. We saw Prince Johnson complaining about Boakai, that these people betray him, and he no longer receive call from them. These are the same people who block him. I mean, it hurts, being part of something that you fought for, and after getting how they call it victory, and then they leave by the wayside, they forget about you whatsoever and things. So we can also look into that, right? But one thing again that stood up to me, and I said, and I think I posted it somewhere, and I'm going to discuss this. And I said, now that Prince Johnson is dead and Prince Johnson is gone, now we want to see the Liberian advocate. I'm going to the Liberian first before I come to the international, issues. Now that Prince Johnson is dead and gone, Liberia still need justice. Because we said these things when they were fighting for the economic and war crime code, that useless economic war crime code. We said these things. We said, from the look of things, after analyzing it, this economic war crime code is not about finding justice for the Liberian people. It is about getting Prince Johnson out of the way, and some how they call it, so-called advocate or Liberian advocate. All right, we are there saying they are fighting for economic war crime code. They should work with Allen White, and then they went to the U.S. Congress and all of these things, right? But now the reason why we say it was fake, because that was one of Joseph Boakai campaign how they call it, message that went around about economic crime code. Even working with Allen White, invited Allen White to go to Liberia after he won the presidency, and then all of a sudden it went down, right? But we saw Liberian people pushing it and stuff, and it was solely focused on Prince Johnson. And not that we were defending Prince Johnson, but we said if you fight it holistically for economic and war crime code for the Liberian people to seek a holistic justice, you cannot be selective. You have to be objective. And all those that were involved in the war, we have somebody who are president, and we have international, so-called international or entity who were also involved in the demise and the killing, the looting, the torture of the Liberian people. Now, and we said Allen White is pushing this thing because, for one fact, the United States, no matter what you go against a citizen, you can be 99 years old and plus one. You can be lying down on your deathbed. They will still come for you because they want you to be alive until they can bring justice to their people. And we said the alleged American citizen that is Prince Johnson K, these are the people Washington, D.C., Congress is fighting for. These are the people Allen White is fighting for. And they said we were wrong. And then the British people defended Allen White. They said he was a lawyer, he had a law firm. We were the same people that went and did research and found out that Allen White did not go to no law school in the U.S. Allen White did not have any certificate to practice law in the U.S. And then we came out, we debunked it, and then we put pressure on Allen White before he came out to say on SKTV that he was not a lawyer. And now Prince Johnson is there. We want them to push this thing, to push all, to prove all wrong, that we were not behind Prince Johnson. We were fighting for justice for the Liberian people. We wanted to push it, and that's the turn now. We want to see the Liberian people who were at the forefront of these things to push it for justice to stay come to Liberia. Not because Prince Johnson is there, then they should keep silent. We want Washington, D.C. to come out to continue until Ellen Johnson is lead, even the Boakai and international nation that are behind it to go to face justice. That's what we want.
Thank you so much. We'll come back again, but thank you so much. I want to welcome my own Elder Zachariah Roberts, a respected elder in our community. Elder Roberts, you are highly welcome. Thank you for joining us. Lawrence Innis, we appreciate you. Melvin Dolo, thank you for joining us. Helena Wilson, how are you? We want to say you are highly welcome. I mean, all of you, including those of you who are with us on the YouTube. You know, the YouTube channel is a channel that we're trying to build. We want to say, please join us on the YouTube, like the page, comment, and also, share it. My brother Wilmon, how have you been, sir?
Yes, salute to you. Salute to my brother Frank. Yeah, I've been doing good over here. Everything okay.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I'm sorry during the week we could not because schedule was
Yeah, yeah,
different.
it's normal. It's normal. Yeah, everybody
So
busy.
sometimes we
Christmas,
say we do.
yeah, Christmas coming now.
My brother, can't talk it plainly.
I,
Say, come in.
I tell you,
We gotta
that's
do what we gotta do. The extra hours and stuff like that. But my brother,
yeah.
we're gonna be discussing several issues, but the first on our plate has to do with, the passing of Prince Johnson, Senator Prince Johnson. And I want to ask you, when that news hit you yesterday, what was your own mood, and what you think about the entire Prince Johnson stuff? So we want to give you the next 2 to 3 minutes. We want you to, lay out what you think about it. What is your own view relative to what happened?
Yeah, thank you, brother Prince. You said it. Because on the platform here, you say condolence to the family, to the Johnson family. You are one of the heavy political men in our arena in Liberia. Just regard what happened. Everybody know the story, the past story whatsoever. But he served his country, and he served his country. But
Oh wow, I don't know what is going on the end of our brother. I don't know what is happening there, but anyways, fellow Liberians, I want to come from this end while we are waiting for our brother. You know, in every nation, there are other people. Okay, our brother is back. Let's add it. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Welcome back. Welcome back.
yeah, as I was saying, Prince, me, I'm a sharpshooter. Yeah, let's call it speed of space.
Hmm.
Yes, we know, everybody know the story. Today, we see other OS in SI and T, and we know everybody, only the young generation, I know the story of the Prince Johnson. As I said, he served our country, he served his country, he was loved by his people, he fought for his cause as he said, he fought for his people. So everybody will die, I know that. But let me give a breaking news here before I go into his story. Tomorrow is Saturday, November 30th. After JJ our birthday, who is 29, everybody celebrating Monrovia. He had a planned meeting to meet with the former president, George Manuel Fax. So to meet with the president. Before he tried to meet the president, and what happened? But he had a planned meeting to discuss with the president. But he know what happened. He take it to a grave, and I don't know. We don't know the real mission why he wanted to meet the president. But will be one day problem is the former president will explain this. The president is a man of peace. He reconciled with people that treated him bad. We all know what happened, what went down in Nima County concerning the election there. You were there, Prince. Yeah, but the death of Prince Johnson, when everybody wake up, you saw on social media, it wake a lot of bad blood again. Yeah. The death revisited the past story of the Liberia society. The civil war that we fought, over 250,000 people died, according to the statistics here. We get disabled people, just have engulfed the nation. Poverty to the highest level now than before. So it worked out the old wounds that were division on social media, especially the tribal people were backing him because he said he was fighting for a cause. But the rest of the nation, rest of other people, they never found it clear. A lot of missed messages and everything. In that, before his death, you saw him. He opened a ceremony in Nima County. The vice president was there. The vice president decided to not be part of the MDR. Then something, it happened. He said you'll be unity, you'll be a Fred Unity Party partisan. So Prince, I told you this thing bring a different story. But if you want for us to go to another round on it, or you just want me to conclude, then we'll go for another topic. Yeah, but I will be honest here. Mr. Yellow joined the political arena, he was a savage. Everybody know he was a senior propagandist, he was a blackmailer, fascist. He only cared for himself. He never even care for the Nima people. If he was really care for the Nima people, as he claimed that he liberated them on the hands of Samuel Doe, as he said, then he shouldn't have. Then today, Georgia are going to be in power because the former president, did a lot for Nima County than any other president in our history. But you know what went down in Nima County? They cheated the vote in Nima County. They stole that election. He brought Boakai on the table. And today, as friends said, you can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, we are getting you.
Yeah, as friends said, it's a political arena.
All right. So I think our brother is receiving some calls. Calls keep coming in. But again, I want to use this time to welcome our sister who is back from Liberia. And again, we want to say our deepest condolences. We followed closely the activities in Liberia and saw, what happened. Again, we want to say we are deeply saddened by the passing of your mother and everything that you went through, while you were there. There were moments that were very tough, and what we saw was not something that was very, very palatable, especially with somebody who have gone back home, to kind of like uh, identify with the family, or in other words, to grieve with the family. And then at the end of the day, the way the whole thing climax, going to your place, what we saw and the rest of it, we know that it was a lot. But again, we want to say welcome back to the US. And we are grateful that you are back. And our prayers are that, you can recover from whatever that happened from Liberia or with you in Liberia. Uh, do not lose hope. It's hard, but our prayers are with you. So we want to say welcome back. Welcome back, Vita. Welcome back.
Thank you, my dear brother. All thanks go to Louis. Before I even left from here, that little boy did a great job.
Sure.
And even when I got there, he was there with me through all. Louis said, Sister, I will not leave you. If I do, please will get angry with me. I will protect you. Although Liberia is a country, but I'm here. Like you say, my brother, a lot went on over there, but God is great. You know, when
Sure.
you don't do anything to people, it's just hard for them to bring you down.
Mm,
God is wonderful. I bless God. I even made it back home safely. And my children, myself, will be able to spend Christmas together. Yeah.
that's great. We are grateful to God. We are grateful to the Almighty God. Yes, my brother Wilmot, you was going ahead when you had that
Yeah,
interruption.
let me finish quick because I know we're diving other topic.
Sure.
As I was saying, let's call it spirit of space. He opened a womb. We saw it on social media. Social media went viral. The country was the whole media was divided. They had a lot of talk show, radio station, newspaper, everybody discussing. As friend Bradley said, he brought Boakai into power. And he only believed. One thing I said, one thing I said on this show here, I said, I want to pre Justin read the Liberian Constitution. When he used to say you have video, everybody playing the video that it's time for Nima will be in control, Jerry will be in control. No. Even Boakai, tell people here, even Boakai laying down in the hospital for 2-3 years. If he on anything, you cannot move from power except death in our constitution. Until they amend new constitution or they added there, maybe probably yeah. But nobody can move out of power until death. So I don't know what he was thinking at that time. He was thinking because Boakai was old, y'all know the story. He made a lot of video, he get battery, all kind of things. I told you, he was a savage man. He was a propagandist. He was a blackmailer. He destroyed a lot of great politicians. Even the vice president today, you can remember, he called him corrupt. I remember perfectly. The videos are all on the internet. Anybody you can look at it. The auditor in that on George Weah. Prince Johnson even told, he said that President George Weah killed this auditor. their own video. If you remember the campaign in Nima County, when the president when Jeremiah Kune was campaigning in Nima County, he stayed on the podium here, Jeremiah Kune, because of power and greed. They say, oh, Georgia brought cushion to the country. Why they forget? Why he forgetting to know a lot of time? On early Johnson said in Boakai, the word Zoko, the word Zoko. That why everybody start hearing that word Zoko, Zoko, Zoko. So because of power and greed and everything, today we see our country. He was on the CDC side for no
Oh wow. Okay. I think our brother, I don't know. He is having some issues, but again, we're gonna go ahead. Let's go straight to our sister Fita, who is with us. My sister Fita, let's hear from you. Are you back home? I know you heard what happened yesterday with the Senator Prince Johnson. Let's get your view relative to what happened and how you received that news, and what is your own view relative to Prince Johnson. Let's hear from you, Mama. I'm sorry, you are on mute. Unmute yourself, please.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
I am sorry for the loss of the woman. In this world, let us be united. If someone asks for forgiveness, that means they realize that mistake. And when something happens, it's already been happening. It's gone. It's like water. When you spit the water on the floor, there's no way you can pick it up. It's dry. It's gone. People that is angry. Even yesterday, I make a video on it, and all of them were angry. I really don't think that it was bad because this is human being life. Somebody lose their life, even when you are not happy. Why will you go on social media and start celebrating? Why will you do that? All back on be back on. I felt bad when I heard the Omi pass away. We are all one. We are all one. We are one human being. It doesn't matter what the person have done to you in the past. Every one of us in the world, we have mistakes. We have did something to people. You can't come out here today and say, I'm perfect. You still have something that you will cope with. I just want to sympathize with the Nimarians, the family of the Johnson. May his soul rest in peace. Whatever we went through with him, whenever Liberia went through with him, let his soul rest in peace. That's all I can say, towards that. Because myself know about that. I know what I went through with them. Father, mother at the same time, and even uncle then left in the war. But may their soul rest in peace, Prince. If it's not your time, there's nothing can harm you. If anything happens, that means it's your time. That's all I can tell the people. They're angry. Some of them feel like become crying one more. Why should I say that? I am a child of God. I cannot reach anybody's death. I will not rejoice over anybody's death. Breath was given to us by God. Let we appreciate the time that He gives to us. That we are breathing and the time we have to share with family. But when that day is come, when that day reach, it's a sorrowful time. My deepest sympathy to the people in Lima County. Like I said yesterday, if I was still going to be in Liberia and happy, can you start talking? You start talking. I'm not on mute. If I was still in Liberia, I was going to tell Louis, take the car, let's drive there. Definitely, I was going to do that and sympathize with those people. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to sympathize with the family for their loss. Prince Johnson gone. There will be no more Prince Johnson. He's not coming back. Let him go and facing God now and for his own judgment. That's all we're supposed to just say. That's all. People are rejoicing. I don't see that, necessary. It's not to me. I will not do that. That's all I can say for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my brother Wilmon, I want you to learn
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that I can have my
yeah.
thought.
Let me
Go ahead.
learn quick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me learn quick.
Hello, Wilmon? Hello? All right. So I think, our brother, sometimes you have a lot of calls coming. But fellow Liberian, this is my own take on the Prince Johnson issue. And let me just say this platform is a platform where you have independent people that have come to express their own thought about what is happening in Liberia. So each and everyone have their own independent thoughts, and they have every right to agree or to disagree. So they have every right to do that. But there are a few things that I want to point out to all of us. You see, the differences between you as an individual and somebody who is bad or somebody who is conceived to be bad is just the way you use your energy that God has given you. It's the way you choose to direct your thoughts. It's the way you choose to direct the authority that God has given you. That is the only difference. Every one of us that are created, whether you born, you created, however you take it, we have a certain level of evil in us that we can equally exhibit like any other person exhibiting it. Like, take for example, you think the people who can look at their friends, for example, and and take away their life. You think that energy is not in any one of us? It's in us. You think the people who can look at other people and mistreat them, and treat them like they are some kind of, sorry, like they are some kind of toy, or they are, just something else. You think every one of us that here, we don't have that same attributes or that same energy? We do have it. But the difference is that you learn, you have the skill to be able to control your energy in you. This is the reason why you see some people, even when they are angry, they will sit down for long and say, "Yeah, I will let you go." Now, that letting go that they say letting you go is not that they're lazy, but because they have control over their characteristic, because they have control over their energy, they know how to keep that energy, they know how to put it in check. They will not allow their energy to use them, but they have control over their energy. So every one of us, we have a level, we have some level of evil in us. It's just that we control it. And that's why you see all the other person say the person good. Oh, no, the person as a human being has some level of evil in them, but they know how to control that they are evil, that they are anger, that whatever, they know how to control it. So that's the difference between you as a good person and you as a bad person. That person who is bad tomorrow can be considered as good once he decides to control that behavior. That's why sometimes you hear people say, "Oh, the boy that used to be like that, in a player, we can hear the boy doing like that. How can the boy change?" It's because he has gotten hold of his attitude. I am saying this to me, fellow Liberians, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, Prince Johnson to others, he was a hero. He was a hero. Today, some of us are with our parents. I'm without a father because my father was killed by Prince Johnson people. He was killed. People who were there, they were on the scene. I don't like to talk about that. But Prince Johnson is considered as a hero to other people because the action that he exhibited at the time to others, it saved the lives of other people. The things he did was seen as an act of heroism to others. He was a savior to certain group of people at a particular time. And to other people, he was barbaric. He was the most evil man on the planet Earth. But here is the case, fellow Liberians, that I want each and every one of us to understand. There is no way that we can be able to discuss politics leaving our culture. It's not possible. The politics that we talk about today, especially in Africa, you cannot divorce our culture from politics. It's not possible. Our culture will continue to remain a very important part of our politics. That's why you see when other people go to insult other people, we say, no, that one is strange. It's not part of our society. It's not part of us. So there is no way we can take our culture from in the way we practice our politics. In our culture, fellow Liberians, I don't care how evil someone is. There is some way, somehow, someday, or some minute that sometimes we say that and our people say, you can't tell bad about the death. Or sometimes we say, let us let all the bad go. Let us sympathize with this person. Now, I am not saying to anybody that sympathize with Prince Johnson. No. You have your own feelings. You have your way to think, and I respect you because Prince Johnson was also a political figure. So whether he is dead or alive, we will continue to discuss it politically. We'll continue to discuss it socially. We'll continue to discuss it morally. But Prince Johnson played his part. He was there for his people in whatever form, in whatever ways. He stood for the right of his people. But fellow Liberians, something happened along the way that we want to tell you and we want to expose to you. We had the opportunity to speak to some people in Prince Johnson's cycle. When the incident happened yesterday, we received 1 or 2 calls. On June the 8th of June, 2024, according to this very, very reliable source, Prince Johnson, start feeling this heavy pain in his heart. So he decided that he should take him to the hospital. That is that saying, that place called Hope for Women is his hospital. It's down there that he can really take his treatment because he has a doctor there. I'm not going to call the name of the doctor. I'm not going to call
It's
the name
true.
of that doctor. He has his
Yes.
personal doctor there. So on June the 8th, according to the information, he started to feel some, heart pain. His heart was burning, like fire was on it. So his wife picked up the phone and called his personal doctor, and the doctor went to the house. And the doctor advised that there was a need for him to go to the hospital during the morning hour. They just prepared some other, stuff so that at least he can be okay. That he should go, which was the 9th, the next morning, to go to the clinic or the hospital, however they call it, for proper checkup. When he went for the checkup, it was observed that, he had issue. He said he had issue. Now, there are some information I'm not going to put out. There are some that I will put out, and there are some that I will not put out. So they say he had some issues. And what they advised was that there was a need for him to seek further medical treatment out of the country because the issue that was happening to him, has to do with some sensitive part of his body that they were not in the position to treat, or in the country, they can't really treat it that kind of way. They are, to some extent, they don't have that particular sophistication. So they advise that he goes out. On September 5th, according to the information that we received, on September 5th, I'm giving you date and time, on September 5th, Prince Johnson again, fell out. He fell off. They took him at that time to the hospital. It was about between 5:30 to 6, according to the information. He fell off. They rushed him to the hospital and they performed some other treatment on him. He was there for like about 2 days. Again, the doctor advised. I get the name of the doctor here, everything. I'm not going to call the name of the doctor, my people, for some reason. They advised that Prince Johnson should be flown, out of the country. They advised India that he should travel to India. They get people there who can They have the sophistication for that particular thing that was doing him, that he should go there. Prince Johnson did a communication, and that communication will come up. Maybe the family, because I know that communication will come up. It will come up. When it comes out, I think we'll start posting it. But I will not want to. It will come up. Prince Johnson did a communication to Jeremiah Kuhn, asking Jeremiah Kuhn to prevail on the president so that they can give him some presidential privilege for him to go to India to go and look after what was happening to him, because it was getting serious. When Prince Johnson sent the communication to Jeremiah Kuhn, that communication, whether it was taken to Joseph Boakai or not, up to today, as I speak to you, the folks around Prince Johnson don't know whether that communication was taken to Joseph Boakai or not. Every attempt for Prince Johnson to speak to Joseph Newman Boakai prove unfruitful. It proves unfruitful. At certain point in time, the thing that actually hurt Prince Johnson was even Jeremiah Kuhn himself. To some extent, Jeremiah Kuhn started to distance himself from Prince Johnson. He started to distance himself from Prince Johnson. Now, it was Jeremiah Kuhn's wife who was now the mediator now between Jeremiah Kuhn and that of Prince Johnson, and telling Jeremiah Kuhn that your pa here, you got to answer him. That your pa here, you got to answer him. I don't want you to believe what I am saying, but I'm going to play you a video here. Jeremiah Kuhn tried to confess it, but he held himself today. There was not a good rapport between Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson. His wife was the one usually that Prince Johnson would call. Say, talk to, what happened? Jeremiah Kuhn is not picking up my phone. I am going to play this video. I don't want you to believe what I'm saying. But let me just play this video, and I want you to listen to this video. He was trying to go there, then he catch himself and decided to leave the whole topic. Let me go to this video, my people, and I will play this video and you will hear it for yourself. Don't believe what I am saying. Let's go to the video. Let me play the
And
video.
after the video, you must come to me, please.
Okay, sir. Let me play this video. Just bear with me. I want to locate this video so that we can play it right here for you to hear it. Like I said, I don't want you to believe what I am saying. Yeah. Don't believe what I'm saying. Just, I'm sorry. I want to try to go to the video, but yeah. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Let me play the video. So, Prince Johnson was basically abandoned by a boy who he took as his own son. His own son, and said, look, this will be my own son. Let's go to this video. Okay. Let me start to share the video so that. Okay. So let's bring it in. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just bear with me. I want to put this video up.
Johnson,
Oh,
matter of fact, he died a little over 6-7 hours ago, by
just
6 to 7. And we could
just
not
sorry, my
believe it. We said the body should be placed.
keep on producing. So I'm going to forward this video and I want you to listen to Jeremiah Kuhn. There was no communication between Prince Johnson again and Jeremiah Kuhn. And there were some things that was actually promised to Prince Johnson. The pressure was too much. The heart problem, it was too much. So I want you to listen to Jeremiah Kuhn here. Listening to him. Let me see. Okay, we have it here now. So I want you to listen to him. I'm going to play this. Let me just put it in full mode. And I want you to listen to Jeremiah Kuhn himself confessing that at a certain point in time, the communication was not even between he and Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson had to call his wife. His family, his Prince Johnson's wife had to call Jeremiah Kuhn's wife and say, well, what is happening? The papa son not picking on his phone. Let's go ahead. Just bear with me. We are producing at the same time presenting. So sometimes we gotta be like the way we are. Okay. So listening to this.
He named the auditorium at his university in honor of the former president of Togo, Yasegbe Itima, at that program. Thank you, God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Cole.
And before I got to the hospital, we both spoke. When he got in town from Nima, he called me and we spoke. This morning, the
Now I want you to listen. According to Jeremiah Kun, he said Prince Johnson called him and they spoke. That was a complete lie. Prince Johnson had to call his wife. His wife. It was his wife that had to impose and say, "But answer the papa call." I don't want you to believe it. Let's listen further. Just listen. You will hear him saying it.
The fallen senator. How hard have this hit you?
This is very hard. It hit me very hard. This morning, I spoke to the senator last night. We both spoke. When he got in town from Nima, he called me and we spoke. This morning, the president have asked me to proxy on his behalf at the Maritime Institute, the graduate school. And so I'll be going for that program. When I got a call through my wife's phone.
Yeah. According to this man, he said Prince Johnson called him yesterday or the day before and they spoke. You're listening to it though. You're listening. That's why I always tell people it is good sometimes you listen to people. Whether they are talking sense or they are talking nonsense, listen. This man said Prince Johnson called him and they spoke day before yesterday. But then it is the same man that Prince Johnson called that today Prince Johnson's wife is not able to call him. Prince Johnson's wife has to call his own wife to put him on the phone. These people are responsible for Prince Johnson's death. Let's go ahead. Listen to this.
This morning, the president have asked me to proxy on his behalf at the Maritime Institute, the graduate school. And so I'll be going for that program. When I got a call through my wife's phone that there was an emergency. And when I picked up the phone, they said to me, Senator Johnson was dead.
Yeah, there was an emergency for him to pick up the phone. Now, if this man and Prince Johnson was in a very good term, according to what he said, according to what he is saying, he spoke to Prince Johnson early. You think they were going to call his wife before he can pick up his own phone? You want to tell me Prince Johnson's wife don't have Jeremiah Kuhn's number? And they, according to our inside sources, they have been calling him. He has been refusing Prince Johnson's phone. They had to call his wife. Why we say blast and say, but why you can't pick up the phone? The papa trying to get to you. Why you can't pick up the phone? Look, Prince Johnson died of neglect. Prince Johnson died of betrayal from people like Jeremiah Kuhn. The thing that really hurt Prince Johnson the most was when he asked that he needed that particular opportunity, that presidential privilege for him to go to, how you call the place, India. And when they refused, that was the reason his wife kept calling. Prince Johnson's wife kept telling, well, you not take the information to the papa now, you not take the information to how you call the president. The man want travel, you not take the information to the president. There are people, look, the news will come on, you will hear it. I don't like to say breaking news, but I'm telling you what is inside. So the people got angry and said, look, Prince Johnson at certain point in time, he was angry to the extent that even Jeremiah Kuhn, the thing that hurt Prince Johnson more, and that even made a pressure and whatever to go up, well, when Jeremiah Kuhn, out of deception and deceit, decided that he will distance himself from the MDR. He had a press conference. He did. Some of you know the information is out there. Jeremiah Kuhn distanced himself from the NDR. That hurt Prince Johnson to his heart. Let me tell you something. You can be insulted. You can be disrespected from somebody out of your cycle. It doesn't mean nothing. It will look normal. But when it is someone in your cycle who choose to disrespect you, it hurts you more. It almost like your son or like your daughter. If people also curse you, you know, ain't no problem. You say, well, but when your own child, where you born, you suffer for, you are responsible for their growth, for their well-being. If that child stands in front of you and even suck teeth at you, it hurts you more. It go down to your heart. You can feel it more than when even somebody who not know you curse you. This is what carried Prince Johnson to his grave. When he saw somebody like Jeremiah Kun, who he took to his heart and said, this is my son. I want to groom this boy up. I want to bring this boy up. You know how Jeremiah Kun came aboard? It was through the instrumentality of Prince Johnson. Because when Joseph Newman Boakai wanted Prince Johnson's support, I'm going to reveal some things here to you today as we go on. When Prince Johnson wanted the support, Joseph Newman Boakai wanted the support of how you call Prince Johnson. It was between two persons, Yombli Kanga Lawrence and that of Prince Johnson. But when they looked at Yombli Kanga Lawrence and saw that there were too many things going on with our Liberty Party, where you had Musa Hassan Belete dragging on the other side, all these other things, and they look at the Basso, the way Basso has been voting, they said, no, we don't think that we can get any good from Yombli Kanga. So what we'll do, we'll make another arrangement, make up pro tempore, and maybe the next time we could push out there. But for now, let's look at Prince Johnson. It was Prince Johnson that handpicked Jeremiah Kun. Who told you that there were not other qualified people that could go? In fact, I will give you some names of some people the second round because I want for others to have an opportunity. So when Prince Johnson picked this Jeremiah Kun, they had promised Prince Johnson one that every month that at least he was going to get something good. And after the entire process, that they were going to give him $15 million. Do you know that Prince Johnson did not even receive a cent of that $15 million that they promised him? For the campaign too, according to him, they said since he helped them in the campaign to run his campaign, you know, and all the other things, that was what they were going to give to him, $15 million. They also said that they were going to ensure that there is a budgetary allocation and increment for his university in Nimba County. That's what they said. What Prince Johnson wanted to do was to build at least about 4 high schools in Nimba County. This government, before the election, they had promised that they were going to ensure that the 4 high school is built. That the project Prince Johnson wanted to take. Even though he has built his university, people are complaining, say, oh, the main university, what happened to our high school? So he had already decided that he was going to build 4 public schools in Nimba. At the end of the day, the Jeremiah Kun, his son, who he decided that, look, this son here will help me to push my agenda as a vice president. Jeremiah Kun abandoned him. Prince Johnson died of neglect. He died a man who was betrayed, who gave his all to a lay son and said, look, I will groom this child. This child will be somebody who will stand when I am no more. And all that Jeremiah Kun could do was to side along with Joseph Newman Boakai to betray this man. He died of betrayal. Jeremiah Kun could not answer his phone of Prince Johnson. He had to pass through Jeremiah Kun's wife. For Jeremiah Kun's wife to call and say, but answer the papa phone. Then out of reluctance, you take the phone and answer, yeah, you know, I've been busy, all the thing. But let me stop here. It's not all the information going to go. And we'll go around again for the second time. This time, we'll start from the bottom. Let's hear from our brother, Wilmot. And then we'll go to our sister, Fita. And then we'll come to our brother, Frank. And I will close it before we go to the next topic. Yeah, my brother, Wilmot.
Yeah, Prince, you said it all. Particularly, you said it all. Let me just get a small scenario. You said it all. As you said, he was fighting for a cause. The country divided. Some people believe he was hero, and some people believe he was a radical person. So it's a deeper topic. All that year we know it. It's a deeper topic. Let me just go back a little bit. I told you something when I came on the platform. I said he should have met the former president this Saturday.
Sure.
Let me tell you, Prince, probably you hailing it from the platform. He's gone. Listen, it's a fact here. Prince Johnson was sick long time ago. Let me tell people the problem. He will be been sick long time. before the election. Before the election, you can know it. You go to video before the election. Listen, Prince, you know he honor sanction. Preachers have made a lot of moves to go to neighboring country to attend medical, but he got problem. People were all in here. If you go to places like Ghana, Nigeria, all these places, they will arrest you there. Alone they know you there, the UN, European Union, America, they will tell a particular government right there, they will seize you. So he had that problem. He was a little bit scary. So he started doing a lot of things. But while I caution the MDR, Jeremiah Kun is part of the MDR, is a vice president. On this platform, you share this video. And anybody can get the video to Jeremiah Kun, then you get a particular clip. Prince, he's a vice president. He disregard. He's the greatest senator in my country. Let Jeremiah Kun usher the government to bring private autopsy people. You remember that girl that died in Liberia?
Oh, wow. Okay, my brother Wilmer, I don't know what is going on, but let's go to our sister Fita. Fita, let's go to you, Mama.
Yeah, friends, I am here. It's not good for you to be the first to vomit because, like I said, when you spit water, it's hard for you to pick it back up. What happened to Prince Johnson, we all saw it clear and loud. It's happening. It's like you prepare your soup. If you are cooking, you have to taste that food, or else you will not know the taste of the food. They say, what goes around, come back around. I'm sorry for his death, but to my opinion, what happened to him is what he did to the late president. He betrayed Samuel Kanyadu. And now the people he called family, brother, children, son, betrayed him too. That is why we have to be very careful in life, how you treat people, how you do things with people, how you come around people that love you or don't. Do your best to be on your best behavior. Prince Johnson couldn't leave that country to travel anywhere, even when Boakai was even going to allow him. He will not. Because if he do, like Wilma said, they will not allow him to come back. He will end up impressing like Chastity. He will. This is repetition. When you are doing something, think about your future. Don't think about today. He being in Liberia because Liberia is his country, they will not go there and grab him. Well, the moment he crossed that border, that's another issue. So, I mean, it is what it is. You so grumpy, you cannot buy chicle. The grumpy you sell, that's the same grumpy money you bring back in the house. That's what happens to Prince Johnson. May his soul rest in peace. Like I always say, that's what I can say. Where you carry in the market for sale is what the people will buy, and that the money you will bring back home. What you do to others, that's what they will do back to you. Jeremiah Koo and Boakai, they knew to their stuff. He was delaying. Jeremiah Koo was delaying because he knows it will not be possible. I think he was trying to avoid him not to send him out, and when something happens, so they can say he set it up. To my knowledge, because he knew it was going to happen. So he was delaying, playing like like he was not hearing or not getting the message, so that he can go out. But definitely, we all know and Prince Johnson tonight the old man is in the grave, but he knew that even when he leave from Liberia, it doesn't matter. Joseph Boakai cannot save him. He will not be under the charge of Liberia anymore. That would be like trespass to him.
Wow.
He's gone. That's all we can say. So the
Prince,
Liberian side is rejoicing, that talking, that yelling. You have to listen to English. You don't just spit English out because you feel like you are educated or you know too much book. We all got eyes we can see. We got ears we can hear. What he did to Samuel Kanye Joe and those other people that lose their life, people left them. I was speaking to my uncle. I said, gay, left in an incident. Can you believe my younger sister, they called me, they were angry. I said, no, no. Don't be evil when somebody is evil. Don't pay back. You know the time will come, and the time is here. Prince Johnson knew his consequence. He knew what was going to happen to him. But, okay, what goes around, come back around. That was his, that he knew that it was going to happen. Prince, that's all I can say right now.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, my brother, come in, Wilma, come in, and then we'll go to our brother Frank. Yeah, come in.
I think the phone got problem tonight.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, my brother Frank, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brother Prince. You see, discussing the Prince Johnson issue with his with the relationship between his son Kun and Boakai. That we say this, Brother Prince. This is one of the best platform, right? Under the Palava Hut. And I'm saying this not because I'm part of the Palava Hut team to meet here weekly and to speak of issue. I'm saying this because the panelists on this team, there are people who do their research. There are people who don't speak on emotion, and there are people who are not propagandists, like many of the platform that we have around town. Unlike the other platform, this platform seek the betterment of Liberia. So because they seek the betterment of Liberia, they speak the obvious. Now, and because we speak the obvious, right? We get paid with a price, and those price are not in line, with what other people talk about, and we like that because we take the race to speak on the obvious, so we will always get those price. Like you people said, the reality here is, right, Prince Johnson could travel. Let's do this, right? Let's look at the relationship between Ellen Johnson Salid and Charles Taylor. That was the same thing. That was the same relationship between Boakai and Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson could have traveled, but he could have only been, if you're going to travel, he could have been, how they call it, arrested in a country to which he went to, based on the order of Boakai. Now, that was in the case of Charles Taylor. You remember when Charles Taylor was in Ghana, the United States have order for him to be arrested. And that time was Nana, how do you call it? I think Akofo, J. Akofo. Yeah, it was J. Akofo, how do you call it? Ado or so. He did not agree for Charles Taylor to be arrested. He didn't do it because they couldn't have arrested Charles Taylor in Liberia. So J.F. Akofo at that time, what he did, he sent back Charles Taylor because he did not agree for Charles Taylor to be arrested in Ghana. All right, with the pressure behind him. Now, when he went back to Liberia, they managed again. They took him from there. They carried him to Nigeria. Now, the United States pressure again on Latin Obasanjo. Now, Obasanjo refused for Charles Taylor to be arrested because the international community or United States can't just arrest him in Nigeria. Nigeria have, they are different countries too. They have jurisdiction too. You can't just go there and go arrest another person president. It's a country that you have to pass through. Now, Obasanjo again at that time disagree. But at that time too, Obasanjo was not in a country. He had traveled to the US. Obasanjo was at the airport in the US here. And they told him, if you don't turn Charles Taylor over, you will not leave that plane. Okay? And by not leaving that plane, they was not going to allow him to get back in that plane to fly back in the air because he was already on United States soil. So they could not allow him, all right, not turning Charles Taylor over to get in that plane to fly back. Obasanjo was under pressure. That's how he left there. And that's how in one of the interview they had with Charles Taylor, he said Obasanjo betrayed him because he listened to the United States. So Obasanjo was here. under pressure already, and then that's how Obasanjo passed order that Charles Taylor should be turned over because he himself too, he was on the United States soil here, and that's how he was turned over. So now again, Prince Johnson was going to be turned over because Prince John, how they call it? Yeah, you were going to be turned over if you were going to travel. That's a fact. But again, Boakai is a puppet. Boakai is in a pocket of the U.S., right? And that's one of the things when he came here, they did not recognize him because they thought Boakai was just going to turn Prince Johnson over, like how, or how they call it, other nations did it, like how LA ran beyond Charles Taylor. They carry him. Nigeria, and then they put pressure on Obasanjo turned him over. Okay, so if you're going to travel, regardless why they're going to arrest him, but it was going to be through Boakai. Now, the country he's in, that country was going to call the United States was going to put pressure on that country, and that country was not going to turn Prince Johnson over. That country was going to call back to Liberia, and that's what they did to Ellen. Call back to Liberia because Prince Johnson traveled on the diplomacies of Liberia. Okay, so we're going to give that honor to Liberia. Now, Boakai was going to say, yes, release the man. And Boakai did not want to do that for Liberian people to come after him, right? So everything they did, like you said, dating back in June, this man had a health issue and he got in contact with them. He been behind it. And those are the reasons they did not do it. And that's why people are angry with the U.S. That's why the economy walking around thinking back here. Because thinking that Boakai was going to do some of these things and just fool this man, allow him to go out of the country. But again, Boakai to have his own issue, as we know about that whole economy, how they call it, that war out in Liberia, what they said, it had been alleged that he was part of the Loma Defense Force or chairman whatsoever, okay, in Liberia. But I'm just saying this to say that, regardless why he was going to be arrested, but the pressure was going to be on Boakai, okay, wheresoever Prince Johnson was going to go.
Thank you so much, my brother. Wilmer, I don't know what is going on with our brother Wilmer. I don't know what is going on with his phone, but I want him to. Yeah, my brother Wilmer, let's hear from you on this stuff.
I know what kind of website you sent to me. The thing just tripping here, get out in Liberia.
Yeah, that is Cynthia sent to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So as I was saying, I know a friend explained a lot of things concerning the RCC arrest warrant and everything, right? That's facts. Prince said something here. We made a lot of research before we come on our platform here. So you're help to share this video. Prince, as I was saying, let me learn. Jeremiah Coons, vice president. Today, as you said, Yellow Johnson brought into power. All the Liberian caucus, the representative, all of them, it's time for them to get together. Nima, you pressure the Boakai government, pressure them. That they bring private autopsy in the country, not from Liberia. The government pay, that they know, some of us know what killed him. Because I told people, as Prince said, we will not split the beans here tonight. Let the government go ahead. If they lie, then we will come up. So that they do autopsy on him. Let Jeremiah come pressure. He's part of the government. He's a vice president. He can pay their own private money. Let them bring somebody in the country, two person, to get do autopsy to know what killed Prince. What made him to fall down? What made him to fall down before they rush into the hospital whatsoever? So it's on the MDR, on the people of Nima County. We want to know what actually killed him. If he died from cardiac arrest or anything, because a lot of speculation could be on the internet. All right, even nobody knows the rest. So the same way they used to pressure the former president concerning and that guy that died, all the propagandists and were running with all that story, pressure couple before they said that George Weah, it our George Weah time the days. George Weah was president of the Republic of Liberia. The internet will blow or they will say that George Weah, George Weah was, Prince Johnson is dead. You see, let me tell you something. If you come to power through propaganda, you can never govern by propaganda. We get any right to come on the stage here now to every media platform, all those are formal that support. You not see nobody talking. Every death in the country in the Republic of Liberia was George Weah. Every death, somebody died on the street. More death in 1 year time than President George Weah says here. You see none of reporting it to say, oh, and the Boakai government killing them. No. So that propaganda they reign. Even Eugene Falcone still in the same stupid propaganda. They already ruling. Nothing tangible for them to talk about. When George Floyd preached message in the church, all of them start with propaganda. So the MDR, that the Liberian people, the hero of Nima County, all the big mouth they get, let they pressure that government. If they cannot pressure that government, let they get the biggest mass protest for us to know who killed, what killed Prince Johnson. He's a public figure. This regard, as a prince said, he was hero to other people. He was villain to, you are barbarian to other people. The country is divided. Let the Nima County people, let us share this video to all the caucus Nima County, the ability, all of them in the house today, the representing Nima County. We want to know what killed him. Let us do private autopsy, not like autopsy, pay money and bring it. As Prince said, as my brother friend said, why is the island where they now? That they make statement. They were targeting only Prince Johnson. So as Prince Johnson gone now, with the war crime could stop, they have generated millions of dollars. I will put the documents out already. Even they ask.
All right, so I don't know what is going on, but fellow Liberians, our brother says something that I want to lay emphasis on. You observe when Charles Taylor was arrested in Ghana, when that incident happened, there was an immediate communication with other African nations. And even in Ghana,
You're American people, you're cheating on the internet.
they, I don't know, but the president at the time of Ghana, his approval was needed in order for Taylor to be arrested on his soil and taken to the Hague. He refused and said no, because he did not want any issue that would befall Ghanaians that were in Ghana. So he said no. Now on my watch, this one will happen. Then he go to Liberia. You'll go there and go take him from there. Even when Taylor himself was arrested in Nigeria, it had to take the Liberian government to officially turn him over. Like my brother rightly said, Frank, when that thing happened in Nigeria, when Basanja said, oh, the men were escaping, they collected him and what have you, the entire deal was sealed right in Liberia on the RRA airport. When they brought him,
that's true, it's transited. Yeah.
Because they wanted the approval of the Liberian government. Alan White said it on one of the shows that he played a very instrumental role in making sure that Taylor was handed over. And whatever finance, I think some 5, I don't know whatever money, I know 5 million or so was given to Madam Ellen Johnson's Sirleaf government. I will get that video, I will cut it, I have it here. I will cut that portion. I'm saying this to me, that's why Prince Johnson wanted that executive privilege to go to India. Because he believed that if he was going to be under, the ambience of the presidency or that executive privilege, even if they were going to say, you arrest the man, they were also going to ask Joseph Numa Boakai and say, look, we need your approval. Can this be done? So it was because he never wanted to have anything to do with it. You see, this man is an evil old man. When we say that, people don't understand. The same way Backup Matthew died in that country claiming the steps of Joseph Numa Boakai and other people, they refused to give the late Backup Matthew, just passport for him to go to Ghana for his treatment. He died in that country. Backup Matthew were crying all around the place asking people to help him. Can you imagine? The father of multi-partyism in Liberia. When you talk about multi-party in Liberia, you talk about Backup Matthew. Backup Matthew under the Unity Party-led government of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Numa Boakai, they drained that old man, they drained that man until Backup Matthew died. A painful death in that particular country. He died. Nobody could help that man. Even though they had the privilege, they had the opportunity, they had everything that at the time to help him, but they refused to help him. Look at Joseph Numa Boakai. When Joseph Numa Boakai was in opposition, some of the best treatment that you will ever think about was rendered to him by His Excellency President Dr. George Manawia. President Dr. George Manawia went the extra mile because he wanted no former leader to die of neglect. Look, people, you see how wicked these people are. Look, for example, our man, Moses Zebla. Look at how Moses Zebla died under these people here. A former president, a former vice president who ascended to the presidency when Taylor was leaving. Look at Moses Blah. The last time, I think some years ago, I showed the picture here. Moses Blah was neglected by the Unity Party government. He was neglected. That man died in Liberia at, some kind of clinic they had in real life. They took him from there before they could even reach him to, the place, Catholic hospital. He was gone. Moses Zebla, all the privileges and opportunity that should have been given to that man, they refuse. It is the same thing that happened with Prince Johnson. It's the same thing that happened. Prince Johnson cried to these people, called Jeremiah. Jeremiah could not even answer. Look, let me say this, right? Let me bring this to us so that we can understand. When we reach out to family members, when we reach out to our sources who are within, there were some conversations that they had. And they asked some questions. Say, Prince, when you go on your platform, you ask this question. If people try to refute that Allah, you're lying on the man's name. He said, you ask this question. Some of the questions you should ask the Liberian people. Why did Jeremiah Kun distance himself from the NDR? Knowing very well that it was the NDR ticket that brought him on board. So why he distanced himself from the NDR? So you ask Jeremiah Kun, or you ask the Liberian people. Why did Jeremiah Kun distance himself and say you are not NDR member, you are Unity Party member? But remember, it was the NDR slot that made him to become vice president. So you ask the question why he distanced himself. He said, our sources said, was PYJ constantly talking to Jeremiah Kun about, convincing President Boakai to avoid this process of leading to the war and economic crime court? Yes, but it was not a very good discussion that Jeremiah Kun wanted to hear. Jeremiah Kun would just slash it off. He would just, slash it off. To even talk with Prince Johnson for even 10 minutes is a problem. Before becoming vice president, Jeremiah Kun, when he was on the ticket, would be with Prince Johnson on the call for sometimes 2-3 hours. They talking. 2-3 hours they talking. Look, let me say this. I don't know if anyway, the wife is still mourning, but I will say something about the wife. Hopefully next week. We just give it time. What she said, but I will hold my peace. I will hold my peace. But actually, what the people of Nimba got from the Unity Party government is too much. One of their major heroes, Moses Zebla. Moses Blah died under the same Unity Party government. That man died like an ordinary, in fact, the most disgraceful death. Moses Zebla. And today, it is Prince Johnson under the same Unity Party government of Joseph Numa Boakai. We told you that Joseph Numa Boakai is a good user. He will only benefit. And at the end of the day, after he should have benefited, guess what happened? He kick you in the rear. He'll be done with you. You don't even want to know whether you're going up, you're coming down, you go left or you go right. He want to know about you. That is the modus operandus of the Unity Party. They will use you, like Takunje said, they use you, they abuse you. That's what they do. Today, Prince Johnson died of neglect. He died of betrayal. What got to his heart is somebody who he considered as his son to treat him the way he was treated. To treat him the way he was treated. It got to him. Yeah, my brother Frank, just
sorry. Because I know my internet tripping. Let me say something quick. Let me play the devil advocate here. Now, while Frank say the platform, we're not here for propaganda. We come here for the truth. Let's play the devil advocate. Prince, in our political arena, when they naming the richest people in Liberia, they are called Cummings, they are called George Weah, Benenda Urey, Prince Yellow Johnson. I play the devil advocate.
I don't know. But our brother today, we can't get anything good from you. I don't know what is going on, but we can't get any kind of good thing from you. Yeah, nothing good we can get from you. You just tripping off, going off, coming off. But I want us to go to this next issue. Yeah, okay, he's back. Let's see if
Yeah.
we can. Yeah, my
Prince,
brother,
let me
go
end it
ahead.
quick because I'm turning tripping here. I will sue
Yeah,
Europe. I will sue the European people quick because I'm surprised you have my internet. I will sue them to make my money. Prince,
okay.
let me play it. I say, as I play the devil advocate, can I be real here? We be in the
I don't think
arena and they be naming companies in the richest Liberian, they get over 80, $70 million. All these things they've been in that UA the other day. Okay, Prince, we got a poor health sector in Liberia. Our health sector is one of the most terrible health sector in the country we know. We're trying to face it. Eh? So you won't tell me, in the United Party, people say they link with the Russian government, they have connection. So you won't tell me Yellow been sick for many, many years. He couldn't bring some specialists from them from any part of the world because of money that business private doctors in to fly into Monrovia and examine if he needs surgery. Team of surgeon will come. See that you work in hospital. Team of surgeon will come. The operation will do it. So you won't tell me the million year with a year boy in the Republic of Liberia that all your money. I want to ask that question because Prince Joseph one of the richest people in Liberia. So I said, I play the devil advocate. Now everything will blame Boakai. He was a senator. He make money opening the biggest university in the Republic in his country. He was a godfather. He kept multi-million dollars. Some people say he worth what $20 million. $20 million. Right here, they get specialists all in Europe, all part of the world, India, the internet, they also taking to. You cannot bring some of these guys in and come because you on sanction to come check you, to take that private plane, you put them in hotel for 1 week or 2 days or 4 days, Fita, and preach. So let's play the devil advocate. So your own healthcare, you know our hospital is deplorable. We don't have a best healthcare system yet. So why you cannot take care of their own health? They get private people have their own private insurance, private things, and they bring doctors all around the world. They multi-billionaire, and most of them don't go to the hospital. You know a friend, you know it, you're living in America. You think what Donald Trump said? You think Donald Trump gonna let down the hospital? Somebody will come to his compound, to a house in Florida. But he got his private doctors. He got a private what is called work for money. Let me tell Liberian people before I give it to you before the internet can blow all your own me. You let low for our money. I'll tell you on the platform. The guys are getting rich over there. See the hijacking our country. The senator, they getting rich. Individual followers that are listening to the honor palaver here. It's time for you to look for your individual money and save it and get prepared for the raining day. That's what I have to say for now until we can go next topic.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly, my brother. Thank you so very kindly. And also, like Melvin rightly said, let's look at also what happened to Jenkins Zebby Scott under the Unity Party led government. You know, the Unity Party is noted for disgracing and abandoning people who serve that country. Under the
Yes.
Unity Party government, Jenkins say whatever. Look, say whatever you can say about people, and that is the difference between President Weah and this evil rescue mission. Under President Weah, watch, he will ensure that Prince Johnson is taken care of. He will give that particular presidential immunity to how you call
Exactly.
Prince Johnson. Say,
Yes.
look, oh, you get my support.
Yes.
Before I arrested, they will call me, and I will tell them no, because I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not. We even have the security to be able to contain that. But Joseph Numa Boakai of all persons, follow the history, follow the record under the Unity Party. It's Jenkins Zebiska, Moses Zebla, etc., etc. Just how you call or Matthew, backup Matthew. Just follow the record and see how these people were treated under the Unity Party government. Look, Liberians, We think that this government wronged the people of Nimba. You can say what, like I said from the beginning, Prince Johnson is a political figure. So I will not be surprised if people choose to discuss him the way they want to discuss him. That, oh, you know, he did this, he did that. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be angry because that's how people, you can censor people viewed on how they want to discuss. No, they can discuss Prince
Yeah.
Johnson anyhow.
Yes.
And I think his family members will also understand. Other people will also understand. But like I said, you know, we are people of culture. Our culture says, in terms of death, we all will hold our anger and we sympathize with the family. That's what our culture says. But other people will say no, they want to discuss it politically. And you can't do anything with that, or you can't get angry with them. Let's move on to the next issue that has to do with what is happening up Capitol Hill. My sister Fita, you are just from Liberia. It has been a very terrible time in Liberia with the issue of Honorable Fonati Kofa and the rest of the others. New group of people decided that they would take law into their own hands, that they will be law and gospel unto themselves. That because they don't like somebody, they will just jump on one morning and just move the person without following due process. The Supreme Court issued a statement or had, to put out a kind of ruling that everybody should return to status quo, meaning that Fonati Kofa, you are the Speaker of the House. Let everybody return to the usual, and after we'll look into the issue. And the next day that this particular issue came up, we saw the lawmakers, they were in their section. Today, they should have been, in their section. They said they were going to Basel to go and, sympathize with the superintendent who lost his life. But my sister, how do you process everything that is happening up Capitol Hill? What is your own take about this? The illegal removal of Honorable Fonati Kofa. Let's hear from you, Mama.
Yes, Prince. I think Jake is having problem with the internet. So the way he on now, can you go back to him first?
Oh,
Then
Yeah.
I'll go from
Hey,
yeah,
thank
there.
you. Hey,
thank
the
you.
queen. Thank you, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because let me make it
brother,
let me make it short. Let me make it short, please. Let me make
yeah,
it short. You know, the world laughing. Being reported in a newspaper here, in a French newspaper here, about our situation concerning our parliament. They can on the side they can say parliament, they don't know that legislature thing. And yeah, you know that daily, yeah, you know that daily. It's a
wow.
shameful thing. Even let me tell something. Let me say so. I'm not going to go into that topic because like people are getting tired with that whole drama. Even you move, if you move the speaker from power, if you had that for the now, what's the number they're looking for? You move the speaker from power. That it will develop the country. That it will develop the country. So when the speaker move in, they start telling all the light they own everything. Like we're a poor nation. I told people on their platform, I can debate anybody. We poor. The United Party need 1.4 billion dollars, 1.4, 1.5 billion dollars in the next 6 years for only the expenditure salary there. They need it 1.6 in less than 6 years. Where they taking that money from? The OELEC, over $18 million. The news are all there. They're not even paid. They don't even have payment claim. Since Boakai, December now, since Boakai then took power, they only pay telephone bill, one telephone bill, that all. Nothing else. Nothing going on in the country. The gas, I talking about daily commodity, everything expensive. Everything expensive. So if you move Kofa from power, you implement your own people there that it will change the narrative in the country. No, people are not getting paid. You lay off people. The DEA, they're not very influential in just engulf the nation. Just say you're keen to get rid of Kush. Nothing doing. They say they're more dirty than before. Gas prices up, the bag of rest going up, scratch card going up. I was talking about what daily commodity. So the whole United Party in a disarray. Prince, they're doing all that in a distraction, man. Like when people getting tired with that nonsense they're doing in the Capitol building all day, it making everybody tired. Nobody enough beautiful anymore. They just Nothing important on it again. Black people not discussing it again. Said the meeting, they going to funeral, in Grandpa's county, all kind of thing. So pray the country, the Unity Party, the first year, if you grading the zero, you can even get in 2%. The first year, December, right around the corner, today, December, tomorrow, December. The right around the corner, the first year, no, they can show no tangible. They can show
Okay. I think like you said, my sister Fita, like you said, yeah, you are right. So let's hear from you, Mama. Let's hear from you.
When I went home, Prince, oh, I saw a lot of things. I saw a lot of things. I was like, what? We left that country for so many years, and returning back to see the kind of disgraceful, you know, part of Liberia. I was very shocked. We see some of these things on internet, things say, sometimes it's fake, the line, but it's real. Like I said, Louis took me a lot of places. In the middle of the city, water is flowing, people walking in it, they're selling in it, business. I mean, it was like, what? I think they're coming to our favor. Mr. Kufa is getting in the speaker favor because these people, I don't think they can make it. They were greeted for that little change that they promised to give to them. Some of them signed and they were so excited. But it comes to the point that they are like we are losing. They begin to be a loser. And pretty soon, the way I see things going, they will lose because it will not work. I was even thinking the other time on the show, I said, let Kuka walk away. But now, from what I'm seeing, power to the people. Liberians are doing their job because they stood their ground and said, there's no way that this will happen. Now, these people gather their set in a hotel that they pay $200 a night. Louis took me there. They don't know me. The people don't know me. If I tell you that some of them are looking for a woman like that, you will believe it. Prince. I'm telling you. I, Louis said, I will make you simple and carry you to that hotel. The one in there wishes that down. Some of them, when I go down here, the one in there wishes that down. Hey, how you doing? You looking for somebody? I said, no, I lost you in the same hotel here. Oh, where you from? These people are up to something that they don't even have no shame and regret for.
hmm,
I wish I was prepared to grab some people. I was going to do that, but I wasn't prepared. I went for burial, so it was like I only went with like simple black things that I wanted to pretend to be that real girl and get some of them on video. Yeah, I really wanted to do that. I'm not joking because I was really wanted to do that, but that night, the particular night, like you said, that's the same night we went to go see Eddie. We passed on and we went to go see Eddie to King FM. I met with Eddie that night. I spoke with him. He and myself, we talked a little bit before we left. These people, they lose already, free. They can move coffee. They will not move. They will not move that man because I can see the shamelessness that in those people. They don't want nothing. The people don't want nothing. They would have gathered in that water there, thinking that we're going to receive that money and enjoy it and just spend it on uselessness. Because I can tell from the people that I want to woman the after in that hotel. I wasn't lucky in that hotel, but my son just took me there and said, let's go see for yourself. These men that were after women, all of them, the one woman. And I was like, wow. If these are the kind of people we bring into power to come for leaders, if these are the kind of people Liberian government is giving their money to, who don't do nothing with money but just a lot of shit on foolishness. When you see the street in Moravia, Prince, you feel sorry for Liberians. Look at the kind of weather here. It's not raining. There's water flowing. Tell them what a sunny was smelling. When I went to Invisible Park, PSP, look at that work that Joey did over there. The video I made are up now are almost to 5 million play. We went over there. It was almost like 12 midnight. The security then said they would not allow anybody to go in there because it's late. So I told them, I said, kids, I'm sorry if I call your kids because I feel like I'm older than you. So I'm from America and I'm leaving tomorrow. They said, okay, Oma. They allow me in there. And I told them, I'm CDC. I want to show to the people what job we are there for the country. Here. They allow me in. Please, when I walk in, I feel so good. I can carry my children, my brother, carry them all. They will have good time.
Wow.
Joseph Boakai said when he takes over with 100 days, so I never said a month, there will be no much. I tell him now tonight. I tell him my car got stuck in that dirty water before you get to Zorin Way. In the middle of the city, my car that I was using, it got stuck right there. Traffic. People dying with hunger in Liberia, Prince. Anybody to see in a private car, they're stopping you, they're backing you. Mom, please give me some more so I can eat tonight. Look, Luis was mad at me. He was getting tired of me giving money out. He said, you think about it? Oh, I said, it's okay. It's okay. There are people. They need food. It's too strange for them to look at somebody grown man that can responsible man who has children. While at home, police officer is begging.
Wow.
And I said, they say, I'm going to show you I am a living story, history, speaking tonight. In the middle of the night, police officer, the guy that's on the road, they will just make a get right there, gather together to get a smaller change. Because these people are not getting paid. These people are not getting paid. It is a big shame. I am so sorry for these people over there. If I was going to go home like I really prepared, oh my God. But God knows the little bit I did for these people that over there. And I just sit in the car, I told them the Jeffries as some kind of official person. I said, please turn my video on. And Louis said, no, can't do this. Because you know you're working with Prince. So it's not time for us to do this. I really wanted to get these people on camera. But just for security reasons, we couldn't do it. But shame on Liberians. They gather in our hotel there, enjoying, drinking beer, messing around with these small young girls then, and while people are suffering. Today I got 3 calls. 3 calls from people in Liberia that definitely are pay. Why?
Wow.
Why our people suffering and you people enjoying? Patients spoil money. But I'm so glad that the Speaker of the House is coming. It will come to an end because they are getting fed with them. Their propaganda that is trying to run against that man, it will not work. I think I reason where you're now. When you're telling me, sister, it will not work. It will not work. That's because the house will stay right there. And we'll see what will happen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, my sister. Yeah, my brother Wilma, I think you were going ahead before.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you.
As our sister was saying, she get a first-hand experience. She saw everything going on. And the people say, the Unity Party people say, if they move Joshua in from power, everything will be okay. Let's see. It go 1 year, nothing changing. Probably the death of Prince Johnson, probably. They will come to that senses and put the legislature in order for them to resume, probably. Probably they will say something like that because if a video circulating, when the speaker went to pay respect to the late Prince Johnson, all these majority block, all of them were there. Imagine, I think when you also see the video, the man hawking in, he hawking from the Kofa, he shaking hand, he hawking. You can see from their faces, they never so hypocrite. We don't know the reason why they put in the country through all that stress and all that thing. Yeah, you're doing Liberian people job. Yeah. Moving speaker, as I say, moving speaker will not develop the country. It will not put When I do the bread and butter situation in the Republic of Liberia, right at the RCC,
All right. So again, our brother is off. Let's go to our brother Frank. My brother Frank, let's hear from you, sir, on this whole speaker issue. Let's hear from you, sir. Sorry, you are muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was saying before I can come to the speaker issue, right? If you can permit me to discuss Boakai age, before getting to the speaker, because this
Yeah,
is something.
that take 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Then you can
Okay.
use
So,
the balance 2 minutes.
all right. So now, let's say around 2017, right? They said Boakai was 79 years old, right? Now, and then the same people told us that this man have 42-year experience, which he have worked in government. Now, so if we subtract 42 from 79, we get 37, right? Now, we add 15 years because the war that was fought in Liberia, let's just say 14, 15 years. So we add 15 to 37, we got 52. So Boakai is 52 years right after the war, right? Now, we add 12 years because they spent 12, how they call it, a year in power. Now, we add 12 years to the 52, we got 64. Now, plus 6, because Josh Manor, we have spent 6 years in power. Plus 6, we got 70, right? Now, let's look at this. We got 70. So this is 2017. This man was 79 in 2017. So let's just take that now. So let's say we added 6, we got 79, right? So if we added 6, we got 70. So that means Boakai was born around 1944, 46, around that time. Now, Boakai is too old to be born around that time. He was born before that time. Okay, so let's play the devil advocate. Let's go back to he was 79 years, okay, in 2017. Now, 2017 to 2024, right? If you add it up, Boakai will be 86 now. If you are 79 in 2022, he will be 86 years old. Okay,
but wait. I got to your brother and see your mom. But you know, Ellie Johnson said he's 86 now. So Ellie is older than Boakai.
But
the United Party will come for you.
We want to make that clear because I said he was 79 in 2017. You see?
No, man. So, he was 60 something.
Yeah, he was 79. That's what they say. He was 79.
I hope he don't have the American age because a lot of people came to America with fake age. So now some of them still 22.
No,
I think probably 81. Probably 81. Probably.
Then 2017, he was not 79.
No, you're not 79. No, you're not 79.
But then they lie because then he know his age. So that means he's a Sierra Leonean. That's the age he brought to Liberia because he's a Sierra Leonean citizen. That's the age he brought to Liberia. So if he was 79, 2017, then he's 86 right now. So Boakai know his age, and these are the things we've been talking about. He know his age. You see it? So we just sit and doing the math, right? But again, let's get to to the discussion about Boakai. Now, what have Boakai achieved in 42 years? His achievement in 42 years, right, is he has labored for 42 years without any reliable result. Okay, the only result Boakai have achieved in our 42 years experience is corruption. Okay, breaking of constitutional law, or how they call it, the demon of defying, spiritual unity, the demon of defying, national building, and so forth. And that's what we want to tell the Liberian people. You cannot ask people who have programmed you into your demise, okay? And you think they will deliver you out of that, your demise. The reason why they program you there, all right, is for you to be in a condition, right? So that they can continue to subjugate you, so that they can continue to be where they are, who they are, so that you cannot compete with them. And that is why when George Weah, President George Weah took office, he knew about all these things. And that's how he came to you. He said, you will never be a spectator in your own country, because these are people who defy national unity, who defy, okay, national building. I mean, you saw Boakai when Boakai came into power. All right, what did he do? He started defying everything, constitutional law, removing, unlawfully removing constitutional employees, and, doing all of these things, turning position. He defied them, moving them. The current one we just saw, the speaker. Now, this is the country. They said the country is broke. The country does not have money. All right. Now, all this, I mean, I want to believe that, right? All the traveling Boakai they're doing, Boakai been receiving money. All right. He been receiving money. And these are the same thing we were telling the Liberian people. Boakai is not coming in power to rescue you, to how they call it, fulfill your need and the complex issues of Liberia. This man, we told you people, this man was coming into power, right, to earn money, to put it into his grandchildren account, into his children account, and that is what he's been doing. Now, all the traveling Boakai been doing, he been receiving money, but because he came to get money, okay, he came to loot Liberia, to save it for his children and grandchildren. That's why he's not doing anything in Liberia. Where Boakai getting the money from? That he went Sierra Leone and donated money to public school that he went to when Liberia is there. Children do not afford, parents do not afford to send their children to school. In fact, school don't want to open because the system George we are put there. Boakai came and remove that system. Look at how Liberia looking. Now, let him go further into duty, right? They say they ain't got money. But where are the 100,000 coming from? Bribing people to remove a speaker. That 100,000 or that 25,000 or that 150,000 you taking to remove speaker. You taking, I mean, you just taking Liberia backward. And that's what President George Weah said, Liberia forward. We all will get together to build this nation. And Boakai came, he defied that unity and then say Liberia backward, and he's taking Liberia backward, taking money to bribe people, to remove a senate, to remove a speaker that was constitutionally elected. You want to remove someone, remove it constitutionally. The same way constitutionally you elected him, it is the same way constitutionally you remove him. By removing him, now bring out reasons to which you want to remove him. But vividly, clearly, we saw money proliferating around to remove this man. All right, now constitutionally, you could not remove him. Then you went and put in your own speaker. Okay, while the constitutional speaker is there, then you defy the ordinances of the nation and then take a budget and send it, okay, to someone who is not constitutionally elected. Then you bypass the constitution. These are all the things we're talking about. And then they said this man got 46 years experience. You see, when someone gets dementia, when someone gets schizophrenia, when someone gets memory issue, and you put them to lead you, then all of you people have that same dementia. And that is why Liberia is going this way, because we all have the dementia syndrome of Joseph Boakai. I rest my case.
Thank you so much. That is a big one. That is a big one. But again, fellow Liberians, there is something about this speaker remover that I want to bring to our attention, which is very, very much important. Sometimes we overlook it, but it's really, really very important. Uh, from all indication, if there is anybody who should be interesting in ensuring that the country is peaceful, in ensuring that the country is quiet, that development will be the hallmark, and that the peace and unity of the country should be something that should be paramount, it should be Joseph Boakai. It should be Joseph Boakai. Because from all indication, He is the president. Whether we like it or not, he is the president. But to see Joseph Numa Boakai doing everything to undermine his own government, the government that he took oath to defend, protect the Liberian people, to ensure that the peace of the country is something that is of a paramount concern. To see they see men undermining, they see unity, they see peace, they see tranquility, then you can tell that Joseph Numa Boakai has absolutely no appetite to develop Liberia. It is a shame for you to look at somebody like Mr. Boakai that will do everything instead of ensuring that, yeah, the place is quiet so that we can carry on our development, but is doing everything to undermine the government. He used Mo Ali from Liberian Water and Soil, and also used the director of the Morovia Transit Authority to send the first money to these people. And that was the reason why you saw what happened. These people went to the illegal block, group of people who decided that they will not respect the rule of law. They will be law and gospel unto themselves. They will take law in their own hands. How can you be the complainer, at the same time be the persecutor? You are the judge, the juror, and everything. How possible it is? There are processes that you must follow as per the law if you want to remove a speaker. So these people said, I said, no, for all we get time for those processes. You see, so this to tell you that these people encourage what we call violence in our society. No wonder why you see Liberia is the way it is. Because the people who should be upholding the law, ensuring that the law is respected, these are the very people that don't give a think about the law. They are the law breakers. Why you think in Liberia a police officer will go somewhere only because maybe his girlfriend complained another person to him and say, oh, they get cost me. A police officer will be brave enough, will get on the uniform with his badge and will go to that person and go beat that person up. Why you think? Why you think an army man will walk and go to somebody because that person insult their brother or their sister and go beat that person up? Why? Because there is this notion that when these people do anything, nothing will become of it. But Liberians, I want to say this to you. I'm not a promoter of violence, right? I don't promote violence at all. But until we can stand up to these people, and like we are doing, and tell these people that their doings are illegal, they will continue to misbehave. They will continue to misbehave. But I want to thank God there is something that is happening in Liberia that have shown us a lot that has to do with the rule of law. You see what is happening now in Liberia? To see ordinary Liberians resisting the unconstitutional removal of the speaker. It is not that they are in favor of the speaker. It is not that they want the speaker to be there because the speaker has employed them. All they are saying is that respect the law. So it's a good thing in our society that Liberians are now standing up and they are resisting any form of illegality to remove somebody. It's a good thing. You see what the presidency of President Weah has brought us. You see what happening now? You see over the period of 6 years when President Weah led us, you see what is happening? You can see to some extent that the consciousness is waking up of the conscience of the people are waking up. They're now getting to understand that look, this is not just a government thing, but the rule of law must be respected. It is because of that democratic path that President Weah laid. That's why we are where we are today. Had it not been because of that, who will get time? The last time we saw a few group of citizens, call whatever you want to call them, but they stood up and said, we are going to that Capitol building and we must ensure that the right thing is done. Now, when you have a leader that believes in democracy, that promotes the rule of law, that said, no, why it is true that I will disagree with this man or this man have disagreement with me, but let's work together for the interest of the country. You see what can happen? The people's eyes are opening to the reality. The people's eyes are opening to the rule of law, that they will resist anything and everything that will be able to stand in front of the rule of law. And it's a good thing for our country. And we must appreciate President Weah for that. Because over the period, he has exposed the people to what we call the rule of law, to governance. And you can see everybody discussing. Had it not been because of that, Kofa would have been a history long time. But look at today, go in the market, go and do your own survey in the markets. Even the market people are saying, look, let the people respect the rule of law. People who are in markets, people who are not our usual politicians. Some of them that they don't even, maybe, they haven't even seen executive mansion yet. They are speaking that the rule of law must be respected. This is to tell you that Liberia as a society, President, we have set a path for us that we'll be proud of. I want us to talk on this last issue before we call it a night. Or maybe we'll take one or two calls tonight. Maybe we'll take one or two calls. The last issue has to do with the level of violence that is going on in our country, especially by the Liberia National Police. It's becoming worrisome. It's too scary to see police engaging in acts of violence, the death that is happening in our country. So I want to start from you, my brother Wilmer. I just want you to put everything in a nutshell for the next 3 minutes. And let's see, I know you
Okay.
have some other issues on your plate that you want to talk about. Go ahead.
No, yeah, as he said, we don't have too much time. After this, probably we can call it a day because going over.
Hello? Okay, I don't know. But when our brother comes, we'll add him there. Let's go to our sister, my sister Fita. Let's go to you. Let's hear from you. Concerning everything that is happening. Let's hear from you. What is your own take? Maybe there are some things that is on your mind that you want to talk about that we did not make mention of. The floor is yours, Mama. Go ahead.
My little bit concerned on this police officer fighting. He's back, so let's give him a little bit then.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, Mama. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
thank you, Fita. She come from Liberia now. She just too cool. She calm. She just sorry for everybody because she see the suffering in the country.
I know, right?
She said, I know that you're not play to dry you there. They don't dry people.
What? Don't even talk about it.
No, okay. Prince,
Yes.
we discussed the Unity Party on several occasions concerning the party is a party. They don't tolerate anything negative. It's a party of violence. You know the people record. The Unity Party been at that decades upon decades. They let rule of law when Georgia was in power. They protesting, they doing all kind of things. They paying people especially soup at the University of Liberia, all the people there. Today they can Prince, if you come to power through lies, you can govern that way. People will see it. Your tangible will be shown. That's a fact here. You say you pay a role here, people will go to that place and see the rule. You cannot lie. It's only the opposition can lie. They say, okay, we'll do this. And then probably people will believe that. But the governing now, the ruling now, so you can't see nothing. Country is broke. They don't have connection. They don't have friends in Europe. They don't have lobbyists in America. So where do we take money from? Where do we take billions of dollars for to fix the country? Electricity, they owe $18 million. $18 million. They don't even have payment plan. So we see the first year gone. First year, lucky or not, gone. Nothing show. Let's see what they will do in the second year. Probably, if they can change it around, it will be good for the country. It will be good for the Liberian people. But as you said about violence, the Liberian people fasten a seatbelt. Let me tell them now. They must leave the CDC not protesting in the country. No. The president already said it. The president met with EU members, the Swedish ambassador, the Swedish diplomat. He met with ECOWAS. The president here for peace. He left with the Liberian people. Let it suffer. It is free. They cannot. Every 14 were protesting in the Republic of Liberia. The people start when the people did that massacre in King George and kill these people in King George. That was the warning sign for anybody. Say, don't try our government. You think we like George Weah? What were tolerant? No, George Weah was tolerant. We insulted. We say a lot of things in the country. People protesting. Patrick Sulu then were there. So the president said, calm everything down. But with this man, he's not in control. The people fighting for power. Let me tell you today, they're fighting for power. Serious power. They're fighting for power. The men are in control. As my brother Frank said, we're trying to calculate Asia. They're not in power. He's not in control. He's not in control. They're pushing you all around. If somebody are in control, you will follow the rule of law. You will say this, oh, police, don't crack down on the people who are in opposition. The former president never cracked down on us. We are protesting every scenario they have in our country. They will protest. Even acting like going to the capital, being going to have your own job there today. So, I know one of those.
Okay, let's hear from our sister Fita. Fita, let's hear from you, Mama.
I just want to speak a little bit on behalf of the citizen of Liberia towards the police officer. I think their anger, they are ending on the civilian, the private people in the country. It's like something is bothering the officer and they don't know how to get it out and they ended the anger on the citizen.
Hmm.
But that would not be the best solution to their problem. My advice to the officer done today, let's get example about those officers in America. They don't take anger on people like that. You have to be in their way or you have done something before they can come after you. Whatsoever they are going through with their government, I beg you, do not take it on the citizen. It's not an issue that you people cannot fix. So that doesn't mean the citizen will have to bear the consequences. They don't have to. Respect your title of being a protector to the country. Respect your title of being the public, the republic of citizens to your country. Stop this violence. Stop hitting people. I mean, some police officer will just ask you. Like I said, it happened right in my presence. I was right in the car. They were even asking with Louis. Until Louis had to say, I'm a journalist. And then the other guy, oh, chief, you cannot salute journalists. Not because you say he's a journalist. Have you seen the badge? Do you get any proof that he is a journalist? Don't be a coward and try to be a goat. You put on a uniform for a reason. You are representing the country. Be that man or that woman that put on the uniform. Look at example in Ghana. I trusted in Ghana. The Ghanaians, they are on track, friends. When let people look, I went with a transit visa, upon arrival visa. When I got to Ghana, the people say you will pay our own visa before you get to Liberia, or else we'll send you back to the US. And they met it. They took my passport. So I have to pay for the transit visa just for 3 hours. Oh. They don't care. Because I was not going to Ghana, I'm going to Liberia. So why I would transfer in a country without a visa, Liberian visa? I would not blame them. There's no way I will argue with them because it's all my fault. But it was emergency leaving from here to go to Liberia. So I decided when I get there to get a transfer visa. These people do their job correct. That color thing Liberian people doing, they need to stop it. They smell the chicken chain. Argue with police, civilians, women, babies. They need to stop it. They need to respect their title of being the country protector. If you had an arms on you, that means you are there to represent the country. Everything cannot just go on Boakai. Sometimes we know he is the president, But these our brothers and sisters then that is representing that country, they need to take initiative of being the armed forces, the own of the country that is protecting those people. You cannot argue with a civilian in a car because they refuse to take you to that. Somebody can even easily record you and report you, and you can lose your job. I am kind of asking them to not understand when they are watching and listening. People are sharing. Please touch these police officers. Respect your title. Respect the title of being an officer. And if you are an officer, you are a protector. You guard those people that is in the country as a citizen. That's your title. That's your job. Arguing with people, fighting, hating, then who is going to be there to I'm sorry. Who is going to be there when the people is fighting among themselves for you to for them to call? You're supposed to be the one to come and settle problem between people. But you are the one that's fighting with innocent people, with civilians. The people are stressed out. Some people said of all day they can't even have it to eat. On their way home, their police officer can stop them. So everybody is stressed out in our country. The president, I don't think this man is ready in the power. Well, we are gone, let's say next month, then we're gone to almost like 11 months or 12 months. Pretty soon, let's see what 2025 will bring. But Liberia is a mess, a real mess. When like American look at you and say you are a mess, that's Liberia. Liberia is a mess. We got a lot of work to do in that country. I just want to extend my greeting to the citizens of Liberia. Be patient with the officers. They are bringing their anger on you. They're stressed out. They don't know what to do. So just be patient with them and respect them as a armed forces people in a country that protect that's supposed to protect you and guard the country, but they are not doing their job the right way. I'm gonna stop there now for now.
Thank you. My brother Frank, it's over to you, sir. And
Thank you
before
so
you
much.
come in, right? Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much, Brother Prince. Again, I know I just listened to our mother. She, yeah, we should have compassion on the police. But let's see this, right? Even as much as we should have compassion and have respect for the police, but let's look at this. When you have a leader, a God-fearing leader, the people will follow your footsteps. When you have a respectful leader, a leader that respects the law, the followers will follow the law. When you have a leader that respects the rule of law or the constitution, that respect the citizens, right? The followers will follow. All right. But if you have a leader that disregard the law, the followers will disregard the law. If you have a leader that does not have uh that spirit, okay, of willingness to understand the circumstances or the complex issues of the people, the followers will not also understand because the followers learn from their leader. Now, in terms of this, the police officer sees what the commander in chief is doing, which is the so-called president that we have. That's why the last time one of our show, I said we do not have a democracy and we do not have a leader. Liberia is a that is leaderless. And we're going to have it for the next 5 years, 1 month. Now, you cannot have a leader that does not respect the rule of law, okay, that does not respect the constitution, all right? And then you expect the police, because the police are the people, right? Or who are part of the judiciary system that's supposed to interpret that's supposed to protect, that's supposed to uphold, okay, the rule of law. But if the president is breaking those laws, what do you expect? All right. Now, let's look at another scenario. Liberia is a fragile nation, okay, a fragile nation, right? President George Manneh was there. President George Manneh understand these things, and he understands the complex issues of Liberia. What did he do? He knows that in order for Liberian to be safe, because he's not going to be in all the corners of Liberia, but he knows that the security forces are going to be in the corners of Liberia. So what did he do? He invested in the security, because in order for a nation, okay, to have a strong security system, you have to satisfy the security. It's just that you have a company and you have your employers and they are working. If you don't satisfy them to be productive, they are not going to be productive. They are not going to produce the maximum, or how they call it, goods or products that need to be produced a day. They will not. So you have to please them. You have to satisfy them. You have to see them as being part of the company. And that is what President George Manneh did. Even though it was not enough, right? It may not have been enough, but those police officers were satisfied. Under George Manneh, did we see police brutality? We saw police working. In fact, it was under President George Manneh citizens slapping police. All right. Now, that is not to say we support that or that was comfort to do. All right. But under George the police were doing our job. They saw it as you know, it is part of our job. Even in the United States here, even in developed country, things still going to happen. Okay. Citizens going to challenge the police, but the police officer know that that's what they signed up for. All right, that's what they are doing. And during President George Manneh, he saw all these things. So he invested in the police, he invested in the security sector so that they can be able to minimize, restrain on these citizens. And at the same time, the police understood, and they were working with citizens. And as they were working with citizens, the citizens now began to understand that, you know what, in order for us to move this nation forward, in order for us to strive with this nation, to take the nation from this captivity, we have to work with the police, because they saw the sentiment, they saw the relationship between the police and the citizens, and they were working together, and that brought national unity, and that brought some kind of a relief of security system of security within the nation. Both the security and the citizens were working together. There is no country on this earth, all right, that the security will fully function without the ordinary citizens. Because even in the US here, they will tell you, see something, say something. So the security in the US here are fully in line and working in line with everyone in this country. And President George Manneh, understood that, and the security were able to work with Liberian, and that's why things were at that stage. But on a Boakai, all right, the security forces are saying they're not getting paid. Look at the army. So you will see violence. People are angry. Now, these people will take their violence to their citizens. All right, they will demand food. They will demand something. All right, because they are not getting it. That's where the frustration coming from. So I think these things we need to address it, but address it holistically, looking at where the problem is coming from. And that's why sometimes before you saw something in the United States, like when I was working with the Senate or both the Senate and the House of Representatives, who tell you there was no issues. All right, but for each time things come up, for example, like in Pennsylvania, they were told to do research to look at other states, what are similar things that occur, and how did they handle it? And that's how the United States saw things out, by the way. They look at other issue, other nation, or let's say other states, and see what other things occur and how did they handle it, and then that's how solution come, right? I think and that they need to go back to the previous government and see what they did, why the police and the citizens have a good, cordial relationship. It may not have been perfect, but they have some good relationship that is part of. They need to go and look at these things and try to build on it. But a government that came in power want to defy our system, our policy that was put there by your predecessor. How are you going to succeed? You will not succeed. And these military, these security forces, they need to get paid. A nation where a security system are not getting paid, that nation is doomed for doom. The nation security system or the security apparatus and the citizen, they will always fight, and that is what's going on.
Well, fellow Liberians, a lot of things are happening. The man of God says something. Sometimes some of us, we turn to play deaf ears on what people say, or maybe on some of these godly things. Maybe some of us are not too inclined about, prophecy or what have you. But this man of God, if you can remember from Nigeria, he said, Liberians, if you vote the opposition, Boakai or Bukini, you're calling Boakai or Bukini, he said there will be serious calamity. There will be death, the poor will suffer, the rich will suffer. He said all three classes of people, they will all suffer. What we are seeing in Liberia, it is not a mistake. It is our own doing. It is what we ourselves, we chose for ourselves. It is not something that was imposed on us by somebody. Say, oh, the people, they think happening because, no, no, no. We ourselves call for it for ourselves. Look at today what is happening. Just the recent video that we are seeing around. The Internal Affairs Minister went as far as raping a lady only because the lady asked for job. But that man today, he is still seated. This is the same man who is on video of boasting that I will kill somebody in Lofa. Today, he was awarded Minister of Internal Affairs. Today, we are seeing somebody like Queen Johnson, who is on video aiding and abetting in the death of our brother Joshua. And they gave her job. Look, Joseph Newman Boakai is so useless to the extent that this man will always hail and praise people who are also lawless. Joseph Newman don't believe in the rule of law. This man has absolutely zero appetite for uniting the people of Liberia. And that's the reason why Liberians, we need to continue to speak out. Look, it doesn't matter how many persons listening to you. It doesn't matter what kind of language you speak in, but speak out. Because the way this government is proceeding, they are doing everything wrong. Everything wrong. And if we don't continue to talk within the next 2 or 3 years, we may not have a peaceful Liberia. Look at what happened at the Liberia border with Guinea in Sefadu. Look at what happened. It is scaring. It is terrible that somebody under the court will be in prison. They will take the man from in prison and turn him over to junta, disrespecting the international laws to protect human beings' rights. Just like Nima Boakai government. Look at what is happening. This is scaring. It is terrible. And if nothing is done, if we are not talking Liberian, if we sit there and say, oh, but like people think, let them continue, it will come to our door. It will come to our door. You and I will be the next victim. Because Joseph Newman Boakai is leaving no stone unturned to ensure that he make Liberia ungovernable. That man want to damage that country so that the next, he knows that President Weah will come 2029. He knows that very well. So his mission is to destroy everything that is left. That at the end of the day, he will say, yeah, but my mission accomplished. And we must stop it. We must be able to stop that his evil agenda. How can we stop it? Is we will continue to talk. People who are supposed to talk, let them talk. Let us not allow this to be like that. The people think, let them go ahead. Let us speak against ills in society. Fellow Liberians, time is of essence and they have caught up with us. Again, we want to use this time to thank each and every one of you for your support. We want to thank you for the time that you have given us. At this time, I don't know, while our people run up, maybe within the next 1 minute, we'll take maybe one call. I don't know if, but anyway, time. I gotta go on the hustle. Yeah, time. But I'm also sorry for the past 2 weeks that we've been off. It has been due to I've been under the weather, a health condition, but I'm okay now. Thank God I'm okay. And it's also because of the working schedule. During this time, there are many people who will call out. So you got to fill in. And sometimes you got to go there because December coming. This this month that is coming is the most, somebody will say, a precious month to us Liberians. Yeah, so we gotta do over plus. But again, I also want to say to all of us, we have our retreat coming up. Hopefully, this retreat is going to be in Iowa. The retreat is going to be in Iowa. Uh, we are asking each and every one of us to prepare ourselves so that we can, if we have the time to be in Iowa. All of the information that we need will definitely be coming up. Those information will be coming up. Hopefully by this week, a flyer will be up. But there's going to be a meeting tomorrow. The information is going to be on my page immediately after this show. There's going to be a very important meeting tomorrow, all geared towards our Iowa retreat. So all of you get prepared. All of you are welcome to our Iowa retreat. You are welcome. It's going to be from December 27th to the 28th. Basically, it's just 2 days, the 27th, the 28th. We are going to be meeting. We are going to be discussing, coming up with plans, for a better how you call CDC USA as we move towards 2024. So save the date. There's the save the date flyer. You are going to receive other information hopefully by tomorrow. So again, want to say you are all welcome. There's going to be a very important meeting tomorrow at about 6 p.m. Eastern time. And all of you are invited. On this note, fellow Liberian, let's go to our sister Fita as she close up from here.
I want to tell our Liberian listening, our people, our brothers and sisters, be patient. A patient don't eat a fatty bone. I hope that you people learn a lot from what is going on in our country now, and there will be a good lesson that when we come back to power, we can we shall see that flag just floating around.
Hmm.
The differences will be speaking and be told from the wrong and the right. We are not the one that telling them what to do, and we are not going to be the one to tell them how to run their government. But people say actions speak better than words. And the actions are speaking now. hmm, we pray that 2025 shouldn't be worse because it's getting bitter, not better, bitter, very, very bitter. I mean, I used the time to go to Liberia on my mother death, and I see a lot of things that happening over there. 17, 18-year-old children in the nightclub, in the hotel, hustling out
Wow.
of school. No parents. I'm not talking about somebody call me prince is pressing something I'm talking about. In my own presence. The hotel I was lodging in, 777 guest house. Oh boy, I saw a lot of things over there. I even have to say, like, what? Liberia, Liberia's war. President Weah took upon himself sacrifice that millions of dollars for students. President Joseph Nima Boakai came and called it off. That's a shortcut that he did for the students. It leads them to prostitution. These kids are spoiled in our country. Liberians, you open your ears and your eyes and see the next thing that is going to happen from now to the next 5 years. Your children are out there listening around, misusing their body because of food and education. Please do something. Do something. People do area voting in America, yeah, and you can still do the same thing in Liberia. If we can remove Joseph Human Barker before time, it would be the better thing for you to do in our country. But if not, there will be a lot of damage that will not be repaired until 2029. You're good night. I love you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my sister Fita. My brother Frank, before you leave the line, about 4 hours ago, uh, Matthew Nyeplu, maybe hopefully during the other week we'll talk about it. You seen it here. Matthew Nyeplu is the assistant minister who was suspended, and he subsequently decided to resign from the Ministry of Information based on this how you call scheme program called the Necotech program that was introduced in Liberia by Joseph Numa Boakai government. And Matthew Nyemplu was one of the minister who took to social media and said it was a scam, it was fraudulent, that Liberians should not get themselves involved into it. And he was subsequently suspended by Joseph Numa Boakai. And taking into consideration what happened, he decided that no, I'm going to resign. And he resigned from the government. And he has been talking a lot. And he just posted about 4 hours ago that they have started threatening his family.
Mm.
When he raised the issue that it was a scheme, this whole Nicotech thing was a scheme, he was suspended by the government. Now he is saying that the government is now threatening him. I want to read what he posted. That's what I put it right here. They have started to threaten my family. I know this is intimidation. We received an anonymous call today threatening to hunt down my family. We will not be coward. This is Matthew Nyeplu, the former assistant minister who is also a whistleblower on the scheme that Joseph Numa Boakai and his foreign affairs minister, Madam Beslo Nyati, brought on the people of Liberia. Now the man is saying that they've started threatening him. And the Unity Party is noted for going after people who speak or who expose them. We know their tactics and their trick. So I just want to use this time to say this out to Liberians, that this is what is happening. This brother is claiming that he is receiving calls of people threatening he and his family, that they will do this, they will do that. The Joseph Numa Boakai that we know is a man who can do everything and anything to protect his presidency, including taking away people. So let just, this be, a wake-up call that all of us will see it and we know that we have voiced it out here. So I just thought to put this out. My brother Frank, let's hear from you as we retire.
Like our mother said it, she said, I just want to tell Liberian people, right? President George Manawia is not there. I know you're regretting, but again, sometimes it's good to regret. Because if this was not going to happen, I can tell you, you were never ever going to appreciate President Josh Manawia, what he did in 6 years, and you were never ever going to see the reality. And you are going to believe Spoon TV. You're going to believe criminal Stephen Waterspoon that went with the U.S. government. That's why today he's not in jail. He's still sitting down there on Facebook running his mouth. You are never ever going to believe what President Josh Manawia said. You forced this man to start making music, putting all the things because he spoke. You did not believe him. And then he said, oh, he can't speak English. He can't do that. He can't do that. You listen to people. Then the man wrote it in song and sang and said, I didn't do the thing they are accusing me of. And yet they stay. And then right after that, then before now he start playing. He said, oh, President George Manawia was right. He didn't really do that. He didn't really do that. And you start seeing the reality. And this is to tell you, now you're seeing the truth, right? You see what's going on. It has been a year. 1 year gone. Forget about December year. But 1 year already gone, right? Nothing has been provided to you. Because Boakai said you are going to do a speedy economic recovery. They are going to hit the ground running. He said they have partner. And we have come to uncover the truth. There are some websites, and that website, that's the place most African leaders do their agreement with foreign company whatsoever. You have to subscribe. Only subscriber can get it because you have to subscribe every month. You pay for it. All right. Then, I call him President. Boakai went and got in touch with one of President George Manawia counterpart. begging this man to talk to President Josh Weah, for President Josh Weah to open his international relationship with him, Boakai. You see how shameful it is? President Josh Weah is your son, for God's sake. All right? You go into power, you start haunting this man. You start haunting his political party. You even wanted to assassinate him, and we saw that. Now you got stuck. And you know, in Africa, there is no government that will come in power and you betray your predecessor and you think you will succeed. You will never. But now he's backing President George we are counterpart. You know, President George he friendly with the French people and stuff. So he went to one of the French African nations, begging them to beg President George we to open his international relationship to him. He done said he got all these partners, he got all these days. Nothing. This is to tell you, Liberian people, the 6 years you advocated for, the 6 years, you took from yourself and give to Boakai and his children and his family for them to loot your little resources and the little income that will come in to put it in his grandchildren account. That's what you deserve, and that's what we're going to live by for the next 6 years. Now, this is the time that we need to group together, whether you are sedition, but all meaningful Liberian, and start preparing for 2029 to put President George Weah in power. And I will tell you, not other person, no political candidate or that will run 2029, that will rescue Liberia. Don't get it twisted. It is only President George Weah, because at the end of the day, all of them will run against President George Weah to get an international connection, because they do have it. They see where Boakai now running campaign behind closed door to do it. They will do the same thing. So Paul, President George Weah, there back. That we go. We have seen what he did in the 6 years. That's all.
Thank you so much, my brother. And I want to use this time to say thanks to my beloved sister, Fita. I know it is not easy, especially coming back from Liberia with everything that we saw, that you are still able to come to inform your people. You are still able to come to, educate your people and tell them about what is obtaining is something that we really, really do appreciate. And thank you so very kindly. Others will decide, say, well, this thing that has happened to me is a big blow. Let me rest for a month, or let me rest for maybe whatever time. But that you always ready to provide information to your people to educate Liberians. I want to say thank you so very kindly. We really do appreciate it. And our prayers are with you, that God will give you the strength and the comfort that in this time of bereavement, because it's something that, nobody can easily get over. It is not an easy thing. I don't care how big you are or how old you are when it comes to the loss of a dear one, especially a mother, is something that, will always, until you leave this earth, live in your memory. But again, it is our prayer that God will be able to comfort you, console you and the family, that you will look at the good work that the Oma have done, and it will be a counsel for you, that it will be a guidance for you. Remember that she has now turned the baton over to you to take care of the family, to be there in her stead. And that's the reason why she did everything to ensure that she gave you the best of everything. She may not be a millionaire, but she tried her best as a mother to give you the best that you deserve so that you can replace her. So now that she has gone to rest with the Lord, remember that you are now taking her place. The things or the place that she did not go, you will go there. The things that she did not do, you will do it. The confusion that she did not settle among the family, you will be the one to settle it. Those things that she wanted to do that she could not do, you will be the one to fulfill it. So we pray that God will strengthen you, that He will give you the courage to be able to stand in these tough times, because I know it's not easy. You are still a baby unto the mother. There is nobody that can overgrown their mother or their father. Whenever we think about them, we are still children unto them. When they see us, they look at us not as big as we look at ourselves, but as the kids that they held during that first day when they put to breath, So I know it's tough, I know it's difficult, but remember that our mother has left the baton with you. Do not cry much because the time of crying is over. Now it is the time that you are supposed to work to fulfill what she has left back. It is not easy. Crying will not be able to solve it. She has played her part. She has prepared you. And be strong, be courageous, and remember that the Oma is always with you. Remember that. I'm an African, so I believe in African spirituality and culture. I do not believe that she is far away from you. She is with you. She's going to direct your path. She is also praying for you as you are praying for her. So, take solace in the Lord and let Him be your strength. Let He guide and protect you. And remember that she will always love you. Mommy always love you. So again, I want to say thank you and have yourself a God blessed night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prince. It's all my pleasure. I'm glad I'm back home safe with my family. Prince, thank you so much for putting your hands around me, keeping me in prayer. God is wonderful. Our country is our country. We have to be there for them.
And I also
Amen.
want to say, I want to use this platform also to extend my thanks and appreciation to our brother, uh, you know, our brother Louis. Our brother Louis, I
Yeah.
want to say thank you so very kindly. You did exceptionally well. You did well. Being there with our sister, we followed everything very closely. Whenever it was on, the social media, we follow it. So, on behalf of the platform, Louis, we want to say thank you very much for what you and your family did for taking those time off, at night, traveling with our sister, carrying her on different errands and showing that she go to areas. I want to say thank you so much, Louis. We appreciate what you did for her. Thank you so very kindly. So, my people that are there, yeah, thank you and bye from our end.
Good
Peace.
night. Good night.
Sure.